Alrighty. Welcome to Magnus Aevum episode 7. Last time we left off, we had a couple of things go on. The meeting between Richard and Gwen, Lucretia, with, well, the captain of the watch. In the course of their little discussions, Richard bought a few rounds. Everybody had some interesting stories to tell. And along the way, it looks like Richard made a friend.
Is that what we're calling it?
Gwen got a little confused over some of the things going on, but then realized maybe there's a little bit more going on in the academy. But what exactly that means, big question marks. On the other side, we had Lamel and Dominus investigate their missing lizard friends, who turned out to have made agreements with the Magia Council, the leadership of the familiars within all of Balsam. In the conversation, Adret had a few too many and passed out mid-competition with one of the heads in the council. By the time Lamel and Dominus found out what was going on, they had to rescue their friend in a curious and complicated manner.
Yeah.
What almost turned into a fight assuredly turned into a challenge of sorts, which was still nonetheless a fight, against Aquila, one of the other members in the Magia Council that was present in the room, and has a unsorted, unknown history with Lamel.
She's a bitch.
In the course of this engagement, Dominus had to step up to a challenge with Aquila to get Adret out, but along the way, Lamel revealed that he, too, is a member in the Familius, and that he claimed Adret, thus started the challenge. Of course, that might be favorable over actually having to fight it out and pull the lizard out of the room while he's unconscious. So, maybe they did win this one.
Ish.
Also, question marks. We pick up as both parties are finding their ways home, with Richard and Gwen and Lucretia having got a hold of Ato after some thugs held the man up.
We're gonna need a third safe house.
It's fine, I'll figure
They're
it out.
walking him home or taking him back to theirs. It won't be as fun as Lamel thought it would be for him and Isa, but, nonetheless. So we pick up there. Along the streets, it's around 10, 11 o'clock at night. Starting to get to the point where even the guilds have gone home for their evenings. Even the laborers within the factories, there's not a lot of them in the main city, but there are on the outskirts. Namely, where a safe house might be, there happens to be a factory in the relative area, along with some of the guild activities and companies. But I don't know if that's where you're going, or if you're going somewhere different. For Lamel's case and Dominus's case, they're in the, let's call it the highbrow sector of the city. And they're slowly making their way back with an awake, though not all too lucid Adret yet. Meanwhile, are Gwen and Richard and Lucretia taking Ato to his home?
Yeah, probably.
Or are you taking him to the safe house?
I mean, why do we take him home? He's gonna be able. I mean, we
No,
can take him
he
home.
could have a nice couch or something. I got a shitty cellar.
You could also take him to a medical facility if you felt that was appropriate.
He's a
Field
big
check,
boy.
I assume,
If you would like to make a medicine.
Yeah, I guess how is he looking?
or medicine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, do I have to be proficient in it?
What?
Do I have to be proficient in it? What's the sentence I tried
Natural
to
20,
use?
24.
No, you don't.
Oh wow. Well, mine's a 19, so
Oh, okay. So
better than I thought.
the pair of you make a quick on-site inspection of his injuries and determine that he will survive them. The medical attention would be he's going to be in a lot of pain. He doesn't have any broken bones, but he's going to be probably put up a bit or at least put out for a while.
He's a big boy. He's fine. Way bigger.
If you wanted to take and see if you get him more examined by a medical facility, you can, but your field estimation is that he'll survive his injuries.
Okay.
With no lasting permanent effect that you're aware of.
Okay, fair.
Did we get any information off the men who jumped him, or were they just like random?
When you went to ransack their pockets, you have successfully found 25 gold among 4 individuals.
Money.
A knife. If you wanted to pick up their crude weaponry they clearly got off the streets, you may. And a series of guild cards letting you know that they work for various different guilds.
Okay, so nothing relevant.
No.
So I'm sure he just got jumped. It wasn't like a planned attack, probably.
Yeah, probably, maybe. So that's a note back to your safe house.
I mean, we can do whatever. I don't care. Are you commonly jumped, Atto?
Beto.
Beto? What the fucking name is? Is this a common occurrence?
Beto.
To be honest, no. If I was a little bit more sober, I probably wouldn't even have walked down these streets. Nonetheless, I just need some painkillers. Okay, probably another drink, sadly, and a good night's rest, or 3. Because Richard comes prepared.
Yeah, like we got one of them
It's a
covered.
water skin.
With alcohol?
Yeah.
It's clear.
He'll take it. He starts to drink its water. Or am I rolling?
It's water.
Okay.
Richard's an
So-
enabler.
Yes.
So are we taking him back to yours or no? It's your call.
I don't
'Cause as soon
give
as we
a
take
shit.
him back to your place, it's compromised.
It's already fucking compromised.
What did
Yeah.
I missed something then.
There got 2 other people in there. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Outside of the normal of
Yeah.
the group.
Mhm.
It's how is it? Is anyone else lost?
She's a professor of like history and stuff, not of safe houses. Get it right.
Well, what about the history
Well, weren't
of
you
safe
all
houses?
chased to
Okay.
the safe house earlier? And then, like, that's why
No.
Jen had a
Mm-mm.
dagger thrown at her.
No,
No,
that,
I had a dagger thrown at me because I didn't look like me coming up.
and that was
over.
Lucretia who
Except
did that.
I absolutely did. Andrew just
Yeah, 'cause I thought they were
misinterpreted my.
No, I don't think I misinterpreted.
You're gonna hold that against him forever.
So,
She will for 1 HP.
it's fine. It's fine.
Fine, we can take him to his house then.
You can go wherever you want to go. I don't give a shit. Where do you want to go?
Home.
He wants to go home.
Home it is then.
He's partially leaning on Richard for stability.
Yo,
That's fine.
Do you want to go? Right.
The blind leading the blind, I like it.
I
Off to Ato's house then.
will attempt to help Carrie walk the little arm situation.
Okay. Lucretia is aware of the way to go, so she's going to kind of lead it because he's not in a state to really tell it directions. As the 3 of you are heading out of that area, keeping a wary eye, as Lamel is more than aware that some of the familiars like to hold grudges, and especially when it comes to losing clients. Keeping wary out, you successfully don't notice anybody of value, which is a good sign. It also probably means word hasn't gotten out enough to even be a problem, or it's not going to be one. Though with Lamel's experience with Aquila, you make your own judgments.
She's nothing but a problem.
Past that, as you're going out, where are you heading with your very drunken friend?
Back to the safe house? Or
Unless you got
somewhere
anywhere
else?
else to go.
I vote we go to the fair.
I like Adrit's idea.
It's a great idea. The fair is a safe house.
The fair is a safe house?
Yep, there's a fair in the safe house.
There's a safe house.
Keep walking.
I'm
you're
just
ta-
under his arm, like
I'm helping, but not much. She's got my my magic-y thingy, so my armor is not power armor right now. I can't frickin' lift a lot.
Wait, I have what powers your armor?
No. You have the ability,
The infusion.
The
the
infusion.
infusion.
He's referencing that.
But what powers it basically not like makes it move, but makes it be able to lift a
Lighter.
lot of weight.
Is I can handle stuff.
Yeah. Right now I'm strength 8.
Oh. That's,
So, as
me
everybody-
too.
As everybody at home could probably see where this is about to go, as one is leaving the, well-off district, and the other one is heading into it. What paths are about to be crossed? Roll perception for me, Richard and Gwen.
9.
Damn,
Nice.
Josh. What you doing?
I'm reading my dice apparently.
Seeing stuff.
23.
Okay, Oscar.
Jesus. The one you can hide nothing from. So, Gwen is more focused on the goal and where each foot is falling, and generally aware of the people in the area. You're clocking about 6 total people over 15-20 minutes. And it's crickets otherwise. Sometimes literally. Yes.
People.
Sorry. Question.
I am a little inebriated. Does that discount me anything?
Yes, roll with disadvantage, please.
Oh.
I couldn't recall if we actually had you inebriated.
It didn't matter.
He's still fine.
20. Not natural.
Ooh, we lost 3 points. That made a huge difference.
Yeah.
All right, so
Just being fair here, guys.
that's fine. Richard still clocks the same 6, but he does over time, probably almost the full 15 minutes, possibly a little bit longer, clock a set of footsteps, a pair specifically of footsteps, beyond the 3 of you and Ato. That is consistent.
I will say I do at some point when I get a rough idea of kind of where we're going, I do want Birdie to scout ahead at the house.
So you don't necessarily know where his house is, but
no,
the
that's what I
area.
said. To
you definitely
extend
know.
enough to
Yeah, that's perfect.
be relevant.
Damn, Ato, you make a pretty penny, don't you?
Do me a favor, have the bird make a check. for me, too.
Nah.
You okay?
Stretching my
It's
ass.
a 5
I
I could do that for
Oh,
you.
God.
something. That's an 8.
Yes.
Eight.
How far is this?
Roll for stretching ass.
Okay.
Takes
I have disadvantage.
What are you talking about? You're
Birds
proficient.
rely on
No, I have level
sight.
exhaustion.
All right.
Yeah, that tracks. Not you guys.
That
That might track too. I don't know. I'll find out in playback next week. So yeah, Richard, you managed to realize there's a pair of footsteps. It's not 100% always there, but it's there far more than would be passing by. And the distance doesn't change a whole lot from the sound.
So it's like behind us, it's to our right, like they're trailing.
It is never in your periphery forward, but it
Okay.
is in this range behind you where you wouldn't see it.
Okay,
Lucretia's leading,
They
yes?
keep in pace.
Yes.
I see that.
No, you hear that.
Fair that. Hey, I think I have Ato. Why don't you stick around, watch our back for a second?
I will.
Did you just smack yourself? Because it sounded like it. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
I will let Richard carry Ato for a minute.
Okay.
And are we like buildings? Like, is there like a?
You're walking through a commercial district.
Okay, I'm gonna lean against a building of sorts.
So you're going slightly uphill and there's railings in the area and it's
Take a
nice.
breather.
Okay.
Keep an eye on our back, which I guess there's something there. Fuck if I know.
Sure. So while you're looking around trying to figure out what Richard's pointing out, the 3 of you that are coming from the restaurant, as you're traveling and you get 15-20 minutes away from the restaurant, you're starting to go down the hills that come from that relative area. The wealthier area of the city does live uphill. A couple of them anyway.
You have to look down on the peasants.
It's well, the commercial district thankfully gets in the way these days, but it didn't used to when But As you're entering into the commercial district, the lights are all there for foot traffic, most of it being, oil lit, even in some cases, even gas lit. But there's a couple of high-end buildings that actually have electricity, and their windows are lit up enough that you can even see what's inside. As you're traveling a little bit more into it, you come into a cross street. So hills kind of like this, here like this, and in their case, they're traveling up.
We're going down.
You're coming in on this side street, and you notice Gwen before she actually clocks you.
That's shit.
On your side, you clock somebody that's more down here in where the commercial district would be at level. And in that area, there's a bit of a square. It's not very big. It's just meant for maybe a single horse-drawn cart to go through. There's a nice fountain in the middle of it. There's some flower beds in the area. It's like one of those nice walking street vendor style things where they set up stalls and stuff. But the stalls have long since been removed for brick and mortar high-end stores. And you notice two things about people size shimmer near the in your line of sight as you're looking towards the fountain. Almost like it distorts the water.
I'm gonna call Birdie back over and have him take a closer look.
Okay.
I'm gonna hang out right here.
Go ahead and roll Birdie.
I'm squishy. Is he rolling, I assume, an eyeball check?
Yeah.
Eyeball check.
No.
They still exist.
That's a 6.
Okay. Yeah. So the bird is looking and it relays back that it doesn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Except for, some bugs it found it might want to eat. But
Alright, well, you can eat those. I'll allow it.
dives down and picks up one of those crickets I was mentioning. As your bird snatches up said cricket, I need to know the AC of your bird.
Someone's hurting animals.
One bird. That's the
His
AC.
The cricket counterattacks.
12.
Cricket counterattacks, suplexes it.
Subclass.
No, it's a frog that jumps out of the fountain and it's fighting over the cricket.
It's a giant after fucking swallows the bird whole.
Okay.
Or front limit is in the fountain.
As the bird comes swooping down, as they do, and it goes up near one of the nicely trimmed hedges that there is said buck on. It goes to pull up. It's near the fountain, but not at it. Bird starts to pull up, and your bird just vanishes.
God damn it.
You lose your connection to briefly.
Yeah, he's got a hit point, bro. If he got hit, he's gone.
You don't know if it took any injuries, but you do know your connection got severed.
Yeah. Similar feeling
got
when
a hit
he's
point?
dead. Yeah, he's a raven.
Yeah, it's still a bird. It's a regular bird.
He's not meant for combat.
It's smarter than average, but that's about it.
He can shit on people and deliver spells.
Dropping the payload. Fireball.
It is at that point, as I said, you guys notice Gwen. And you, at this point, are now up towards the top of the hill. We're going to say you guys are coming in about here. I'm using my arm just so that way they get an idea too. And Gwen's kind of sitting here near a flower bed, so you would have to veer off down back hill, or downhill, to go towards her. You would not see the bird, though, because the bird being black at night, you're just not going to see it.
I kind of... Gwen's over there. You see
Mr.
that?
Professor.
Watch this. I'm gonna roll for stealth.
Now I'm trying to carry Adrian on my own.
Probably.
She's over there.
19.
Okay.
I'm gonna sneak up on
There,
Gwen.
there
I
goes
don't see you.
Lamel.
Settle down.
Just roll perception. Watch you see Lamel.
What do I have to beat?
19's
You
what
have
he
to
got.
beat a 19.
21.
No!
I haven't seen shit all day.
So I need you to describe how you sneak up, and then we'll allow Gwen to describe how they find you.
So I am comically just half crouched, just running through the street, like up to her, like you would when you're playing like a manhunt, you're trying to run up on someone. And so I'm just fucking full on running at her, but trying to be quiet about it.
Red light. Green light.
There we go.
Hey Gwen,
Hey.
what are you doing here?
Just chilling.
I don't believe that.
Well,
Or, sorry, insight
currently
check.
accurate.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Excuse me. I,
13.
I start directing the stumbling Adret as best I can down towards where those two are.
Can
Okay.
you give me a solid, Lamel?
What?
Some funky shit in that fountain.
Do I see the funky shit in the
You said
fountain?
wisdom, correct?
Are you like holding your hand out, pointing, or you're just saying
I'm
it?
pointing at the fountain.
Okay, so when you look at it, roll perception with advantage.
14.
Are you still wary of looking around yourself in the process of you going up this hill?
I would say so.
Yeah,
Have you let
imagine.
Lucretia know anything? Not a word. Okay.
Not a word.
Okay.
16.
I was like, she may have heard you tell me to stick
See a
back, but
singular
that's probably
shape.
it.
It's indistinct, roughly the height of a human would be, but not necessarily. You can't tell width or otherwise. Not too far in front of it, off a little bit to the side, but the only reason you can see the shimmer of whatever it is because the water is distorting that. It's image.
It's just some dude. What's the problem?
I have a funny feeling about that.
Okay, I get funny feelings all the time. Doesn't mean that there's something wrong with the person. Jeez. It's fucking rude of
Walk
you.
away.
Will you make a friend?
Lucretia's telling me that, or
It's in your head.
I mean, I've got no reason to make friends. I just made friends with Isa, if you know what I mean.
Can I insight
Walk
that?
away.
It's not a command. It's just in your head.
so it's either walk away from Ato or walk away from
Let's just
Lucretia.
believe you.
What did you?
Do I get up finally with Adric close enough to them that I
Walk
hear
away.
Yeah, you can
Lamel's
hear
comment that he just made?
Yeah, you definitely hear them
From where?
talking.
Just
I don't think you guys are being
somewhere?
quiet.
From
that
somewhere.
it'd be-
Yeah, I'm
No.
just
Ours-
horsing around.
yeah,
He did not make
I couldn't
progress.
distinguish
I don't know,
where the spell was being cast,
I feel
right?
like he made
No.
progress.
Okay. Like that.
She handed me a lily.
That's what the
and
perception
didn't
was
actually
for.
just shoot me, so I made progress.
Okay.
You gotta know our previous state to know that that was a lot of progress.
Okay.
Dominus,
Yes.
can you check out that fountain for me?
Hi, Professor.
What's wrong with the fountain?
It's some funky shit going on.
Hello, Professor.
She's scared of the two people at the fountain. For whatever reason.
Hello.
Why?
Lamel only saw one image.
No,
Not
I
two.
thought I saw like a figure-like thing because of the shimmer, but like it.
You can tell it's a figure, roughly in human shape, but
Yeah.
you can't get any detail out of
Yeah, I just figure I'm not smart enough to realize that that's something else. I just figured there's water reflecting, and that's what's fucking.
it. But there's
with
only
me.
one, she says, too.
Well, then I believe her.
That's the only part I got it correct.
Wait a minute. I look over.
You can perception with advantage if you want.
All right. 19.
You catch the glint of metal. Not too far out in front of the shimmer that you can see.
Mhm.
And you get a very momentary remembrance of your time in the military. So there's these special cloaks they will sometimes give operatives that are meant to get behind enemy lines or create flanking maneuvers, things like that. And it's not unusual for them to be given some of the more advanced tech.
Shit.
I put
See, there were some sketchy fountains, right?
What are you suddenly afraid of, Dom?
I put Ato down.
Mm-hmm.
I tell Lucretia I gotta go take a piss real quick.
You walk away from both of them?
I don't run away.
I would
walk
assume
away
casually.
Where's,
How bad do you have to pee?
where are the others?
into a corner, or not a corner, into like
Insert how long they've been
a
walking
next
away.
alleyway or something like that. Like I'm gonna go take a piss.
Mhm.
I cast minor illusion, and right above Ato's head, because I assume Lucretia's coming back to it. This loud scream comes up
Okay. So you're making a sound with it.
to alert this one to come back.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Do we
No,
see
it's-
where that is?
So, well, here's how this course of events is
Yeah.
going to go. We're going to say you get about maybe 10, 15 feet away as you're starting to approach a side street behind the commercial district. Not an alley, but just a side street. The sound goes off. The sound is a person sound, like a sound of a scream of a person.
Scream of a person.
Like a Wilhelm, like, ah!
Ah!
Right, gotcha.
Just like that.
There we go. I just want to make sure, because like, if it's like an alarm sound or some other screech, I want to just get an idea. As it happens, Dominus is still paying attention, and you're starting to tell them, and you hear a very distinct crack. It immediately lets Lamel know, too, that somebody has a similar weapon to you. That crack comes off about, let's say, up here on top of the hill, you have Ato and Lucretia. You walked a little bit this way. You guys are down here now. It comes from over here, but it echoes, so you don't know if it's fully here or here, because it's bouncing off the walls. So you hear either here or
But
here.
it's up there near where Lucretia and Ato.
And
As soon as that crack happens, Lucretia falls over.
How far are, like, me and Richard from each other? Like, 100 feet, 10 minutes?
I'd say 50 feet.
Okay.
Nice.
I would like to move.
I slap Adret real quick. And I say,
Sober up!
and I bolt full speed for Lucretia.
I bolt but a little faster than him.
Yes,
Cool.
definitely.
I'm
Initiative,
following
please.
behind.
What's your speed?
40.
Yeah, 5 feet faster.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
No. We're going to do this now. Okay.
So we're all rolling initiative?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
I was like, ooh, I was like, ha, he rolled bad.
No, I actually got nice.
So that would that counts as a skill check, so that is at disadvantage because I have exhaustion, right?
You do have.
Oh, that sucks, bro.
Oh, exhaustion sets it now?
Yes, it would have said it by now.
Well, that's like for you
So
too.
that is
Ooh.
an 11.
Overall, not too bad for disadvantage.
That's better than me without disadvantage.
Wow.
Okay. Na-na-na-na. Phenomena.
Elbows world.
Here we go. We're running up the street. Do.
Dominus.
17.
Ha, puny number.
It is because I have no
Adret.
bonus.
It was
I have a
11.
bonus.
Okay, Gwen.
10.
Richard.
9.
We're counting down.
Five.
Lamel.
24.
That's not counting down.
No.
Sorry, kiddos. You should have started with me.
Probably. Okay, random. Actually, you know what? That doesn't make sense. So, there we go. All right, so that puts 8.
That puts Lamel second. Fuck.
That puts Lamel first.
That's what I thought.
Nice.
So, to give everybody the scene in full, you are approximately 50 feet downhill from where Ato and Lucretia are. You've seen Lucretia soon after the crack sound of a rifle or a pistol, you're not sure, goes off. You see Lucretia fall down. You can't tell to what extent she has been hit, because 50 feet in darkness ain't gonna do well. I don't think anybody has dark vision.
I
don't.
If I
Actually, I think I
and
do.
something with dark vision, am I dark vision or no?
Yes. You have dark vision if you want it. Remember, dark vision does see in black and white.
I do have dark
Or it's
vision, 60 feet.
monochromatic, I should say.
Dark vision, 60 feet.
You do? Okay. Then you see Lucretia take a hit, but not in the head.
Okay.
It's in her body.
Well,
Body shot.
I don't currently have
I don't
dark
have dark
vision.
vision.
Past that, in front of you is a cobble road. It's well traveled. It's not super steep, but it's going to be an elevation change of 15 feet at the top. Past that, there's rails on the side and a generalized sidewalk, but it's a lot wider than we would expect to see normally. It's designed for people to pull hand carts on and not be in the way of horses. The two sidewalks put together are the same width as the center road. The center road is 15 feet across. You have approximately 2 squares worth on either side as well. Otherwise, behind you, you have a fountain that is 15 foot in diameter, and a series of planter beds that just make up a simple plus sign to create a roundabout. Total diameter of the square, including the roundabout, like for the roundabout where they would have to go around it if you care, is 50 feet in total. Past that, you have fully erect buildings that are 1 and 2 story all around you. So, Lamel.
Step of the wind, bonus action. I'll spend a key point to do so.
Okay.
To go ahead and get the dash as bonus action. I'm going to go ahead and use partial of my 80 movement to get to up the hill to where I figure she got shot at.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pick her up. And I'm going.
Fair enough.
And I'm going to continue running away.
Are you going to continue up, or are you going to turn around and go back down?
I'm going to continue running up.
Okay.
So you go 50 up, pick her up, and then run 30?
Yep.
Okay. Is that dashing or is that standard movement?
That's dashing.
You're able to reach there within a.
You're only 50 feet away. Wait, 50 feet away and you're able to get there?
I
You can go
have.
80
I
if you
can
dash.
dash as a bonus action by using a key point, which puts me up to 80 movement.
Yeah,
He's
My
step of
base
the
is
wind.
40.
Step of the wind.
That's
Just
what I was
imagine if
double
I was a cat and I could go like 240.
That actually means if you spent your action, you could then go an additional standard movement.
Oh, so you're allowing me to pick her up for free?
No.
That's what I thought. I was like, you don't want to ruin this encounter, do you?
No, I'm definitely not doing that. I'm just letting for edification purposes.
Yeah. Well, now you've already got her. Now you can.
Yeah. Now it's hospital.
Yeah. You know, there's a hospital right here too. By the way. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Oh, I thought that
No, I
hospital,
don't actually.
I thought that
I have
hospital
no idea you can do
didn't
it.
have
You've
any
seen him do
spell
that before.
slots.
It's not a spell slot.
Ah.
It's a one-time.
Oh, well.
You've seen him use it.
Okay,
Oh, I see
Dominus, you are
correctly.
up, followed by an unknown.
All right. Based on what I saw at the fountain,
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive those are hostiles.
Seems a fair assumption since somebody's been shot.
Yep. I'm taking.
I'm
a
just
shot.
answering
Yep,
for.
I'm taking a
Jack
shot at
over
him.
here.
I heard a gunshot. You know, it's a pretty
Yeah.
good sign.
Yeah.
I'm taking a shot at them. So
At
use
what?
my lightning launcher at one of the guys at the fountain.
Okay, there's only one shimmer at the fountain.
Yeah, the shimmer.
Okay.
So I assume that will be disadvantaged.
Yes,
because-
it is.
Yeah, I'm
Joke's on
seeing-
him. That's flail snail
I'm
armor.
seeing so many shimmers. We're just seeing one shimmer.
Well, when you look
Ah,
back, you'll
darn.
only see one too.
Disadvantage sucks.
It does.
It's an 11.
11 goes pretty wide.
Yeah. But you got the picture. Shit's coming your way. And
As you put a hole in the planter bushes,
that was a really, really ugly planter. It needed it.
Yeah, City needs to learn a lesson.
Yep.
Vandalism.
Yeah.
any movement or otherwise.
Yeah, I'm moving up towards where
Okay.
where
Just so
Lamel went.
fucking dark.
And then it's like, fuck. I mean, well, there's also Ato, who's now kind of left there.
You guys wouldn't know who he is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's this other guy that was with Lucretia, and he's just kind of left there.
That's true.
Means nothing to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 35 feet, so I guess I'm, what, like 15 feet away from that area.
Mhm.
And then,
Everybody's in nice shouting distance.
yeah, I don't think I've got any bonus actions that are worth a damn right now. Nope.
Stop! You have violated the law.
A shimmer relatively nearby. Ato's now fallen south.
Mm-hmm.
When I say nearby, 20 feet. It's actually truly off to the right, just a
Oh.
little bit.
Do I see that as I'm running up?
You will,
Do I-
because it's on their turn.
Oh, it's on their turn that it appears.
Uh-huh.
Damn. Because my bonus action, I could try to tell it to maybe shove it. 'cause it's
Oh no, go for it.
Okay.
Because this is happening simultaneously, it
Okay.
will make sense.
DC 14. Strength save. Not the hardest,
I
but
know it's not 100% the mechanics, but this thematically makes sense.
Hmm.
What's DC again?
14.
On what save?
Strength.
Okay. So, as the individual's hood falls back,
Mhm.
you see a woman with deep golden locks. It's kind of wavy. She's just built enough to be an athlete, but not built enough to be like bodybuilder of any
Mhm.
kind.
Yeah, she's not as good as me.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the athletic meaning she's probably good at marathons, not necessarily good at
Mhm.
She's not.
She's not doing the world's strongest man competition, but she's doing the triathlon, bro.
Her cloak, as it shimmers away to be visible, is pure white with this very slight black lining and little tiny decorations of gold on it. It's hard to tell if it's gold color or actual metal. Past that, she is in a white and black uniform with little bits also of gold that are accent in certain places. And right in this range of her is this red, like, belly wrap that's on her. You see slung at her hip is a series of small pouches, super tightly packed against her, and they're all tactical gear. Not necessarily in our modern sense, but very much in the sense of, like, a powder horn would be normally, like you would be carrying extra ammunition rounds and things like that. Clearly has markings of that. Because you are familiar with magics, you can see a components pouch that's there too.
Okay.
But instead of being like swinging normal,
Yeah, they're in a nice.
It's tight double belt.
It's the fucking bat belt.
I mean, it's not that bad, but yeah.
I mean, not as good.
Her boots are completely black.
Are they with
this
the fur?
light bit
They
of
made for
white fur
walking.
at the top.
They
Are
match
they
the apple
made
bottom
for
jeans.
walking?
Yeah.
Her boots do go all the way up thigh high,
Okay.
Oh, God, that's gross.
but
High.
No, that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the right idea.
But the pants that she's wearing is designed to actually go slightly over it, so you only assume it enough based on you don't see them at the knees. And they're not over the pants. Letting you know that this person is used to probably traveling in terrain, not necessarily just streets. The black is scuffed and road worn. In that moment, the rifle they're carrying is the more distinct part. The rifle is approximately 4 feet in length in total, including the stock. It has a gold lever to it, but there's 2 sets of them. There's a short lever. Basically, if you were to think of you have the trigger here. You have a far lever that goes all well over it, and then there's a shorter one that's here that goes just over the trigger itself.
Okay.
The barrel is single, but the stock is wide enough that it would be normally for a dual barrel. It has a scope of sorts, but the scope isn't like it's meant to be lining up in line with the barrel. It's actually off the side.
Okay.
Past that, you see this weird ornamentation on the side of it that only people of your skills in particular and training would make use of. And you can see it feeding a certain amount of power into the stock of the weapon. As she suddenly, as revealed, she is just as suddenly hurled 10 feet away from the direction, thrown
That's
to the
only
ground. She wasn't expecting it,
Okay,
and she's
perfect.
off
I'll
balance
take
to
it.
begin with, so you get 10 feet.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll
Too
take
late,
it.
I've said it, it's happening.
I'll take it.
It's not enough to dislodge the weapon, but it is more than enough to completely throw her off.
Good.
This is not the same 2 girls who were in the bar, correct? Or it is?
You're not close enough to know. And now she's no longer close enough for you to know.
Oh.
You didn't have enough time.
No, he's taking a piss.
Well, he's 15 feet the other way, so she's now 25 plus his 15.
Well, I was just as close as he was.
You're done with the
No,
bottom.
I ran up 30.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the one by the fountain.
No,
here.
no.
Okay,
I
If
ran
that was the case, then all of you guys would
Yeah, I
know.
was like, how did I not see
No,
that?
no, it's the one up by Richard.
I gotcha.
Well, it was near Richard. It's not quite
Yeah.
backwards.
Mel knows nothing.
Yep.
Yay.
So
I don't even know who these people are. They do. Sort of, maybe.
Possibly.
that person spends its time gathering its things, quickly realizing that little bits, just small things, got knocked down. Quickly snatches up what they can, grabs the rifle, and starts running in the other direction, down the buildings away from you.
Okay.
That direction is not towards me conveniently.
Yeah, so if it was up here, Dominus is kind of like here,
Mhm.
Ato's here,
Mhm.
the shot would have been from over here,
Mhm.
Richard's here.
Mhm.
Picked up their stuff and ran that way.
Okay, so not towards me.
Away from all of us.
She shot Lucretia that close?
Yeah, at 15 feet.
Basically, she was
Probably
right at the
should've
mouth
done.
of an alleyway and went bam.
Alright. I was thinking it would be more like, okay, cool. That makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Oh shit, that's our target. Fuck.
Not
Or
exactly.
she's bad and she was aiming at Ato and missed him and hit Lucretia.
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
She makes it a distance. Enough that she's still visible, but she's definitely in shadows now.
Mm-hmm.
And is very rapidly going into deep shadows.
Who gives a fuck? Dark vision, bitch.
And then shadows. That white's going to really screw her up.
Yeah.
So following that cluster, Adrit, you are up, followed by Gwen.
So, how close am I able to get to the fleeing person that you just described?
They would be 50 feet up,
Mhm.
and now 35 feet that way, behind a building.
So, I have 30-foot movement, so I would be like 55 feet away from them, essentially.
If you start running uphill,
Okay.
you wouldn't even see them, though,
Yeah, because they're
Okay.
around the corner. But there's one near the fountain.
which is not that far from you.
Yeah.
It's more like 20 feet.
Do I see the one near the fountain?
There is a shimmer. You can make a perception check to see if your drunk self knows with disadvantage.
It's a good thing I have good perception. That's gonna
Do
bite
the
me in
dice
ass.
love you or hate you?
The dice obviously love me because I'm a funny reptilian guy.
Send us.
They love you a 4.
They love me for a total of 11.
A total of 11.
Wow.
It is enough to see a blurred shape near the fountain. It is moving a bit, though.
Okay. I would have disadvantage anyway because I don't have dark vision, so as Adrit runs up towards this figure, before you said they're like 20 feet away, right?
Yeah, about 20 feet.
Before I get within 5 feet of them, Adrit just kind of shouts, "I'm not sober!" And he points with his fingers as I cast Guiding Bolt at it
At second level.
at first level. So that's gonna be a disadvantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's gonna miss because he's not committing.
Yeah.
I'm committing!
Or because it's a
Oh, wow.
I'm committing, bitch! Not a natural 20.
That somehow goes and then still strikes them. Please describe how the spirit leaves and does this for you.
Okay, so I know I'm pointing with my left hand just because it's easier to. In his left hand, Adrit has got his long staff with like the animal skull at the end of it and like the feathers and stuff, and he sort of just clutches tight onto it and points forward, and this sort of like, I guess like a bird like spirit manifests for a moment before coalescing into this beam of pure light that just.
I like it.
So that's gonna be
Literally
4d6.
shot as the crow flies.
You need some D6?
Just 2 more, yeah.
Here you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Straight lines.
So,
Oh, jeez. Here. In the thing.
oh my goodness. For a 10, so that's gonna be 12 radiant damage.
Okay.
And the next attack against it has advantage, which just so happens to be my attack as I run up, and it would cancel out the disadvantage, so it's a flat roll.
Mhm.
And I use my Hungry Jaws feature, so as a bonus action, I go to bite whatever it is ahead of me.
Okay.
Come on, that's it. Nat 20.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Damn. Oh, hell yeah.
This is gonna be crazy. All right.
So I also want to describe on the way there, right after the spirit leaves the fingers and like the beam hits, Adrit pauses for a brief moment and just goes, and continues forward and says, "I don't know what's going on," and bites into the thing, the
Remember,
person.
kids, the consequences of drinking.
Yep. And it is going to take. Also, I don't know if this is applicable, but this does count as a magical attack because of my magic item. So that is going to be, ooh, nice, 10 points of piercing damage.
Wow.
As I bite into whatever is there.
You
I
did
imagine the
22
vomit
points
is
of
actually
damage.
what dealt the extra damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I should also mention, because I hit with that, I get 2 temper HP. Yay!
You might need it.
I might need it, yeah.
One shot.
Yeah. Still, 22 points of damage in one turn. Nice.
I swear I'm gonna get dropped here soon.
So
Not
as you clamp down, you clamp down on this rounded bit of flesh and bone.
The shoulder.
Good guess.
Yay!
No, it was the knee, you fool.
No, the head.
I just went down.
It's rounded bit of flesh.
Gwen, you're up.
I'm gonna ask this.
Mhm.
One, is it even possible? And two, if it is, can I bonus action it or is it a whole action? Just my eyes changing Is that a thing I can do or no?
Partial transformation.
Yeah, but I think any form of transformation where it's still a full action.
Okay, then I'm not gonna do that. Not worth it.
Okay.
I.
Because I think there's a feat.
It was like because it is an action in general, so I just wasn't sure if that was maybe a workaround.
I mean, I know there's advantages with druids to do it partial, but it's very specific.
I am going to hold my staff up and cast a spell at the water bitch.
Okay.
Water
I mean, you don't see it clearly. Even up close, it looks like this weird moving.
But she sees me, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know you're there.
No. He's talking about the enemy.
Oh, I would imagine.
No, I was asking if.
No.
Gwen saw
Yes
me.
is
No,
the
she
answer
doesn't.
for
Okay,
both.
good to know.
And I'm gonna.
You just are magically invisible.
One with the shadows.
Intelligence, Sabe.
Savvy.
Versus what do we do? What are we casting?
Mind Sliver. A DC 14 intelligence.
But nothing happens.
Alright.
That works fine.
Okay.
Huh?
I got
Spell works fine. You know it connected. You know it worked.
Could I angrily hang out in the corner?
Is there damage attached to the spell?
Yeah!
Yes.
Oh, roll it.
That's why I was like...
Yeah, go ahead, roll it.
It's
I thought you were just giving it a headache. Like
It's a solid 1 psychic damage,
Oh.
and
Gets 6 on me, gets a 1 on the
yeah, I
enemy.
didn't do it on purpose.
She could have intentionally just put a 1 down when she did it to you.
I didn't know I
It was her
could do
choice to
that.
roll it for 4.
I forgot I could do that. I don't know how to pull punches.
Yeah, we know. That's been going on for years.
And
I can vouch.
and she takes a minus D4 on her next saving throw.
That's
in
nice.
thery,
In theory.
In theory.
that'd be great if she did.
Yeah, I know it would be.
Can I bonus action hide? Is that
Sure, make a stealth check.
cool?
Are you a rogue?
No.
Yeah,
Then
let her do it.
Clearly, we're gonna lose. This is always giving us every advantage we ask for.
13.
Okay, so you suddenly see Gwen out of nowhere turn and dive behind one of the planters. She's still highly visible, but she's
But
not.
there's a plant there now.
But there's a plant there.
It's a damaged
Partial
one because
cover,
I blew it
bitch.
partially up.
Well, don't worry. If I were an enemy, I couldn't see you unless you moved, you know?
It's partial
I only
cover,
see with
if
movement.
you will.
Okay, Sue.
Alright, cool. I'm glad I did that. Next.
Sue's awesome. It's huge.
Next.
I got a picture of Sue.
In theory.
I need Adrit to make a perception. Do not do it at disadvantage. You were far too close for that to matter. Even with the exhaustion.
That is 25.
Nice.
So you see it coming.
Just eyes go
As
wide.
you clearly are bit down here, this rifle turns enough sideways, and the barrel is right against your head.
That is a firearm.
Wait.
What is a firearm?
Why do you have
shit!
Why do you have a rifle?
This is gonna hurt.
Oh,
I need to know your AC, please.
My AC is 16.
Oh yeah, attack that.
execution.
Sanitas cannot protect
Maybe
me.
we should have gone to the safe house.
I don't think
Ooh.
No, I'm
Probably
sure I
not.
didn't.
Ooh.
Now these two are gonna chase us all the way there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If it's who I think it is, for sure. Then it would be gone.
Okay, so then that doesn't. There we go. So
Getting ready to subtract some HP.
You mean just delete the whole thing?
Yeah.
I have hope.
Yeah.
Sanitas has hope.
Is Hope the name of your backup character?
cool, because take 32 fire damage.
Josh, I'd be so dead.
I live!
Did that 2 health save you?
Well, no, it didn't directly save me, but it helped.
Okay.
Luckily, I have enough HP to live that outright, but goddamn.
Because the previous fight that would have one-shot me.
Yeah.
Normally not, though.
Please make a Constitution save.
32 fire damage wasn't enough? Okay. Con saving
It's a
throw.
concussion wave.
Oh.
We're gonna.
Sanitas,
So
guide
it's not a
me.
normal gun.
That didn't land in the
we're gonna
thing.
prep that.
Sanitas, guide me better.
Yeah, we'll prep it
That's a 13.
You don't lose your hearing,
Mm.
and you don't take the D6 in concussion.
Well, that's a good thing. That would be bad.
So I'm imagining it just point blank blows off like 3 teeth, and Adrian's just like, ah!
Does it make you let go?
No.
Bites harder.
Okay, then the next attack.
Like I said, your backup character's name's Hope, right?
I will. You are the luckiest son of a bitch ever.
I am.
3 damage.
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Or are you at 1?
No.
I'm at 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Alright.
I'm
cool.
too stubborn to die.
So you guys hear the wind up, which is actually a little more disturbing. Flashbacks for you briefly. As you hear this. And then it happens again. The second one not as bad. That whoosh sound doesn't happen. Instead it's more of a like a stun gun going off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so after that is Lucretia. Yeah, she's not rolling nothing but staying alive.
Staying alive.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
I wish we could.
Okay. Copyright.
That's what
That's
I
what
said.
No, that's under fair use. That was under 6.
Okay.
So Ato then would be next, followed by the top of the round. Did I miss something?
No.
I did miss Richard.
Yeah, he's like
No,
right
he's not
after
allowed
me.
to go.
My bad, you're up.
Literally right after me.
How
from what I
far
recall.
from where I am can I perceive that where the lady got yanked back?
Oh, when I yeeted the chick?
I would say you could see her, but you wouldn't see it clear, so I'd give them some sort of protection because it's in the shadows.
That's perfectly fine.
But you can make visual contact if you need line of sight.
I can't sleep.
There we go. Probably a good call.
At 9th level, right?
So
We need that many dice, man.
probably. It's probably not going to do anything.
One of them a yawn. Yep.
Yeah, does she yawn?
I don't know. What'd you get?
18?
Yeah, 18. Probably doesn't do anything. Yeah.
It's fine.
I run towards Atem.
You're a hero in my book.
My bad.
That's
So then it would be Lucretia, who again does nothing.
Mhm.
Then Ato. My bad, sorry.
No, you're
That's
good.
fine.
I was like, something's missing here.
It's
I
'cause
didn't
of
think
the-
I was going to get her.
I thought I was gonna get mine. Turned out.
Ato when started physically moving towards Lucretia at the top of the round. But somebody's already been like lightning. So Ato runs after lightning.
He's not catching me. Just give it a try.
I mean, he can dash after you and catch you. And he does. He's not attacking you because he's trying to make sure that she's protected at this point. Which puts her at the top of the round. So Lamel, followed by Dominus.
All right.
Lamel pulls away.
I mean, 40, 80...
He can move 120 if he uses Step of the Wind.
Yeah.
60.
No,
Because
180.
No, I was thinking about how far Ato can go.
Now you could go 120 in total because you go move 40, action to dash 40 more, Step of the Wind 40 more, 120.
You'll outrun him pretty clearly.
Trying to decide here.
But he is up to you right now because he can go 80, so...
Yeah, I have no idea who this fucker is. I just know he was beside Lucretia.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. He's running up, he's like, she right.
I don't fucking know. Where's a hospital?
This way, and he points off while veering a little towards the left.
Yeah, 120 that way.
Okay.
120.
When you get down to the second street, you need to make another left. Then one more to the right.
Fucking restart.
Stepping into maximum overdrive.
So I need you to make an athletics check. He is carrying somebody.
Yeah, but you don't run into nothing.
Just drops them, they
Ah,
tumble
shit.
down a sewer drain.
Does
That
he
is a
need-
15.
Does he need to make a payment check?
No.
Just DC 10, don't drop her. Or have to not burn your action to make sure you keep her up. That's all.
He's
Alright,
carried
so-
a woman before.
I assume your full actions in that dedicated.
Yeah, that's full action, full bonus action.
Okay.
Take go 120.
So Dominus, you are up, and that then puts the woman that got knocked down on deck.
Can she knock it back up
Alright.
again? 'Cause I'd
She's already
appreciate
up.
that.
Yeah, she's already up. She already up, and
She goes right after him.
Worth a shot.
How far away is she?
From you? Well, yeah, blasted her 10, and she probably ran 30, so...
You're not gonna back
No
me
worries.
up?
I'm
Oh, no,
already
she can only
like
go half.
fucking 50 feet away
Hey,
from you, dude.
hey, you got her.
And I'm 50 feet away from you.
Hi, Professor.
Sorry, she's 25. She's spent half getting
How
up.
are you?
Oh, okay. So
Ben.
Yeah, that's why
she's
I'm over
she's
here.
close. So So first, gonna go ahead and let me just double check this real quick. Let's see. Okay. So bonus action.
Okay.
Telekinetic shove to push her closer, which I can do. It says you can move closer or farther.
I need to make a save against that.
Yep. Strength DC 14.
That one she makes.
Okay, so that doesn't do anything. Do I want to do that or do I want to do that? Yeah, screw it. I'll do that. So I shoot the lightning launcher at her.
Okay.
Not bad. 21.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
Also,
And that'll be 9 points of lightning damage.
You do notice, as the shot is going off, a small personal shield starts to erect in front of her, but it goes right through it.
Okay. No, it's not magic missile, bitch. No. Yeah, 35 feet of movement. Gonna move right up on her.
Okay, what's the damage on the lightning?
There was 9 points of lightning damage.
Okay. What? And you move right up on her?
I'm just gonna move right up on her.
Okay.
Stop.
Broken the law.
Okay. She follows that up as you get really close. You see, she slings the rifle onto her back real quick, letting the strap swing it around, and takes the barrier and shoves it into the ground with so much force it emits a thunder wave.
Okay. Thunder.
Blade.
Blowing out some windows nearby.
What's the save on that?
That save is Constitution.
22.
Nice.
Well, you make it, which is probably a good thing.
Because she cast at 5th level.
No, it's nothing bad.
90th level.
Oh my god.
What do you think I'm doing over here?
The world.
7 damage.
All right.
Oh wait, no, it's half.
Half, so
Half.
3.
So 3. And she uses her bonus action.
Oh, I wish I had those.
It's okay.
As she uses her bonus action, she digs in her feet really good into a runner stance, spins, pivots, and then launches herself off. As she launches off, you feel a breeze go past you. It's not that kind of breeze. It's much stronger than that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And she goes a fair distance away.
Step of the wind or misty step or something like that.
Run.
From a mechanical standpoint.
The weird part is she goes up. You see, as she just basically digs in, she just runs up the side of the building.
Oh, cool.
55 feet, it gets on top of it.
Very cool.
she's cheating.
I know, right?
She's cheating.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
What melee weapon do you have out? Oh, you can unarmed strike.
Yeah, it ain't much,
We're
but it's
fighting
on a sword.
Keanu Reeves. Be careful.
Why, because you can run up walls?
16.
It's fucking Neo.
Didn't get her.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Almost.
I can barely. I got a +1. That's
They get
it.
pretty close, though. All right, so after that individual, then becomes Adrit and Gwen on deck.
Okay, so Adrit's not in the greatest position, but I'm not a quitter.
Brood mother didn't raise no bitch.
Exactly.
So Adrit just kind of like, in a very concerned tone, with a very large shoulder in his mouth, just, I require assistance. Sanitas, close my wounds. And as a bonus action, I'm casting Healing Word at second level.
Gwen, you're close enough. Do you understand dick in the mouth talk? Because that's what it said. We're like,
I mean-
You know I can.
Don't do
I
it.
know I can do it.
I know you can. Don't do
You know
it.
what he just did, right?
Yeah.
What did I do?
You cast a spell in
At
melee.
point blank. You get slammed by the butt of the rifle as you're going, roll your heel,
I'm at 11 now.
Cool. You take 16.
and you take 5 from the butt of the rifle.
Well, you know what? That's a net gain.
yep.
It is.
I sure hope they don't get to do that again. Because I
Your
then...
drunk ass can let go.
Oh, you
I know.
To give you an idea,
Yep.
it's held like this. The individual must have at some point been in flag corps.
Yeah.
Flips it around and slaps you like a hammer.
So after that, I just kind of gets knocked back with my action. Adrit slams his staff on the ground and says, "In common, fuck you." And I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. And if her mind sliver's in
Yes,
effect, then
that's-
don't forget that minus 1d4.
Yeah.
But if not,
That sucks,
What
I
kind of
wanted
spell?
that
What
one.
are we casting?
totally dead.
Oh, I have that too.
Yeah!
What's the DC?
13. Wisdom.
Minus a
Pass.
D4 in
They
theory.
pass?
If it affected
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that does
I know.
nothing.
I wanted
I
a
can just
D4.
Everyone's
imagine
a monk.
Adrit actually saying, in
Everyone's a
common.
monk.
Well, no, that's what he said.
No, I believe he said that completely.
He did.
That's his brain, his lizard brain switching tracks so he says the right language. He probably said Sanitas closed my wounds in his own language. So drunk didn't think about speaking another one. He's a little dazed and confused too.
No, unfortunately, that's my turn.
Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You can move.
There's always 2. Hold on.
You want to walk away from this man?
Well, you know, I'm gonna assume the
There it
rifle
is.
butt
There's the second
was
one.
a reaction. So, just lets go of the shoulder
Mhm.
and walks backwards 30 feet and like behind cover if there's any.
So you're joining Gwen behind the bushes.
Yeah.
Hello, Professor.
I'm
You're probably
not
choosing it
leaving
differently,
because
but
you're
nonetheless.
winning. I'm leaving because I want to.
Past my bedtime.
Mark time.
Oh God.
808. Gwen, you are up.
No,
Uh,
stream time.
Followed by Richard. Oh, sorry.
808.
117 of. Let's go with 117.
117. Got it.
Now I'm upset.
Now we are. Okay.
Yeah, Adrit stole your idea.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pouring my fucking stab at this bitch. And I'm gonna attempt to cast Crown of Madness.
Ooh.
Okay.
Attempt.
It's a good call.
The D4 is no longer relevant because he used it.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine, it probably didn't fucking work anyway.
Yeah, you better be
It is
sorry.
a Wisdom save DC 14.
You
Do I have
see
to
as
roll?
you see, and you, the rest can't actually see the crown. This wispy crown form around this
Oh, no.
person's head.
They are
Okay.
royalty now.
They're now visible too, by the way. With the exception of the description being ever so slightly different, the uniform is the same. The individual has silky black hair, straight as a razor. Past that, they could be twins.
Is this bitch the same bitch from the fucking bar?
Mhm.
I know, I just needed to clarify.
I need a DM.
Confirmation.
Yeah. DM confirmation.
I don't know whether or not it will let me. It says that I can have them attack another creature of my choosing. Can they themselves be that creature?
No.
It says
Okay.
another.
The lady is on the roof.
Oh no, that
You
was
can
my
see it.
backup plan. But
You could send them that
A
way.
giant chicken named Derek emerges.
Yes.
Perfect.
No way.
It says
Yes.
Ozzy Rob.
Um,
Yes, it does.
Okay.
What a
So
big
I'm gonna
cock.
tell her
Yes.
she needs to get her friend off the fucking roof. How?
Okay.
How?
There was a friend of
Okay.
Yeah, the
Not
one
for
up by
long,
me.
hopefully.
Oh.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought there were two at the fountain.
No,
I thought it was just
And
one.
I don't know if that's my turn or their turn that I technically.
that was
do
all
at.
confusing info.
It'll be on their turn. when
probably
they
an
I
act.
think
illusion
technically,
spell.
Could be.
yeah. So that's my turn. I did it, like guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very well. Richard next, right?
Yes, so Richard is up, followed by one of them. If you've been keeping track, you'll know which one.
Yes, we know.
I
I don't, but it doesn't matter.
Good luck.
don't know. He's hiding with me. It's fine.
That's the one that just got.
Crowned.
Mhm.
Oh, fair. You said she ran up the wall.
Yep.
One over by me, yeah.
Can I see her?
Yeah, she's at the edge of the roof. Still shadowy as fuck, but you can see him.
Wisdom save, please.
Night
Come
night.
on, baby.
What is this against?
Wisdom.
Wisdom against what?
What's the DC?
13.
What are we casting?
Hideous laughter.
Yeah!
God, I love that spell.
I'm about to go collect her, by the
14.
way.
14.
Oh!
So good, so
Oof.
good. So
I get
good.
closer to the building. On the other side.
Okay, so you're going around the front side. Okay. So that's the way you guys originally came in, because that's a side sheet. Okay, so following Richard.
I heard cheering what I miss.
Nothing. We thought the spell succeeded,
It
but
did
it didn't.
not.
We got excited for no reason.
What's
Yeah.
the spell?
Hideous
Hideous
laughter.
laughter.
Yeah.
Would have made her laugh all the way down to the ground.
That's alright.
It's fine. I plan to hopefully get her off the roof in a minute.
Featherfall.
The one that's near you that you just
Yes.
crowned,
Please. Off the roof.
everyone else sees her eyes turn smoky black. It's really the only indication you get of anything that can see her. Past that, she reaches into one of her pouches and she pulls out a block. It's a flat piece. She turns it, and as she turns it, little tiny whirring sounds happen inside it. And it flips around until it turns into a cube, drops on the ground, and a barrel pops out of it, about that big around.
And is the letter C and the number 4 on it?
No.
Oh,
It's a little mobile cube.
okay.
And the only thing she does is she leans down, she seemingly types something onto it with one hand, and it starts whirring up, and then it shoots the building that the other one's on.
Oh, yeah.
Could that also affect you, though?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Can I
That's
Slap
still
him around the
cool
front.
as fuck.
can I history check to see if I've ever seen whatever the fuck that is before?
You don't have to.
It's called
Okay.
artillery.
Ah.
Man, I like pocket artillery. I need to get me some of those.
Hmm.
Well, just give me the
Sounds good as
supplies. I'll
puck
make
saying.
it. It'll take a couple levels, but I'll make it.
Okay, so I just need to get that's more than enough in the building. It's fine. So it becomes this plus this.
Become so numb.
I guess I should have been more
These
hardly
specific.
feel
and
it
said
there.
off the roof.
Yeah.
Got her off the roof.
I mean,
The roof off the building.
Hey, your words were your words.
I mean,
The
technically,
spell is the spell.
yeah, it's like technically she has to attack another creature, not a building, but
Well,
Well, she's targeting another creature. Just
Targeting
happens to
a
hit the
building.
building.
It hits the building with enough force to blow a decent chunk off of it, scattering some debris, but
Sorry.
not really being harmful in the debris.
Mhm.
Immediately, that building's lights go out. It's one of the ones with electricity. Not only does the lights go out on it, it also reduces the visibility in the area, making the person on top no longer visible at all.
even for that close to it.
She
Wait,
would
so there were
be-
lights on in that building?
There were lights on in the
Apparently.
building that just got shut.
Fuck.
And they're not now.
I
Because
said sorry.
Which means
The
there were
lack
people
of
in
light
there.
doesn't
Yes.
mean anything to me.
55 feet, she's still in your dark vision.
Okay.
Sorry.
I wonder when the Watchers show up.
Yay.
About now.
Uh,
Now's when they're going to find out something's going on.
Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. So as that goes off, you're the only one with eyes on her.
Mm-hmm.
she goes and like moves back and forth from the clear shutter of it, but it doesn't knock her or hit her or do any noticeable damage that you can tell.
Okay.
But the shot wasn't that far from hitting where she's out on the building.
Good.
Just happens she's in the back, so it didn't.
Maybe it made it weak enough that when I do my thing, that maybe that'll
Okay,
give her disadvantage.
All I know is I tried to hurt.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And she does at the end of every turn. I assume at the end of her turn, she does get another wisdom save.
She also, because she's following the command of attacking the individual, moves her full movement towards the building.
Oh.
As well.
Okay.
Because
So she'll still
Crown of
get,
Madness is supposed to get in melee range, but
Yeah.
nonetheless.
she'll still get a wisdom save again though. DC 14.
You are close enough, so yes, the both of you see the goes away. The only visible tell being the smoke goes out.
So now it'd be Lucretia and then Ato, right?
Yes. So following her, Lucretia, who I need to make it roll.
That's saving throw.
Followed by Ato, who you ran too much, but he's still going to go 80 to catch as much as he can. He's trying to keep pace as much as he can. That's when the explosion happens, and he doesn't use his action to run. He only does his full movement. Stops and immediately pulls out a. Well, you guys already can guess.
Sending stone.
Yeah, this is basically a sending stone. And immediately goes. This is Captain Ato. We need to dispatch as many units as you can get away with to, and he starts rattling off the area.
Makes sense.
Okie doke.
It's the most appropriate action for him to take. That puts it at top of the round, making it Lamel, followed by Dumpus.
All right, so assuming I followed these instructions correctly,
You've
that
made the
he
left.
yelled at me.
First one, anyway.
All right. How much farther do I have to move to get to a hospital?
You don't entirely know.
Very well then. We are full sends, just going as fast as we can.
Okay. So you go to pass a street,
Mm-hmm.
one on your right, one on your left.
Left, right.
Up, down, down, B-A, start.
Hadouken!
Justin Bailey.
Can I make a history check to recall this information?
No, because it's not that far in the past. You can make an intelligence check, though.
Effectively the same thing.
If you're a +0, yes, that's accurate.
No, I'm a +1.
Oh,
It
okay.
just happens to.
Coincide.
He's not proficient, so it just
Not proficient.
Yeah.
15.
It is a
I'm going left. I thought it was left, right. But then I confused myself because there's a right afterwards.
Hence my statement. I wanted to see if you'd make a decision or ask.
Yeah.
I'd like you to have the roll, but if not, you're on your own.
You always ask the DM.
Yeah, well, hey, maybe not.
Nice.
All right, so that's your full action. You've made now the second left. Dumpus.
So I can still see her.
Bonus action dash to move further.
I assume you were going everything you could.
Yeah. All right, just making sure that that's
Yeah.
evident.
I'm assuming, unless you tell me different, that you're going everything you can.
We move it.
Okay.
We move it.
All right.
Choo choo.
He's at
I can
one
still
speed.
see her. She's standing right on the edge of the roof.
Mhm.
DC 14 strength save. Telekinetic shove. Bonus action.
Which way is she supposed to be going?
Off the roof.
Just clarifying.
Yep.
So she's made a. Oh, this would be an advantage.
Really? With the shakiness of the roof and the
Oh, that would have
weakening?
made it normal. I will only keep my one die then. So it's DC 14?
Yeah.
You hurt
Barely
rolled
makes
by us at least 8.
Barely makes it?
Barely.
Dealt 22 didn't.
Fuck. But the exact number.
That's why I
Yeah.
cast hold it in.
I know.
I was like, wait,
right.
she'd made advantage. Wait, no, you're right. Shaky roof at disadvantage. So neutral to roll. Remove the extra.
Damn, so close. That would have been fun to watch her just fall. 55
And if it
feet.
makes you feel better, even though I rolled 2, I remove the higher of the 2.
Yeah, that's fine. Doesn't make me feel better because it didn't work. Oh,
I tried. We tried.
that's right. Fine.
I'm here to neither help nor hurt.
Yeah, fine. I'll shoot at her now.
I am the arbiter of your existence.
Nat 20.
There you go.
Awesome.
So let's go with the new dice.
The new dice.
That is +4, 13 points of lightning damage.
when it hits her, you see the armor she has absorb some of it
Okay.
and channel it into her gun.
Okay. And then I move 35 feet around the corner of the building. So I am not directly in her line of sight.
I want that full cover, baby.
Yep. She will have to move to come shoot me. That's
You
all
need
I know.
12.
13 points. So, 7, no, yeah. Well, 6. Always, well, unless, however you do it. I always round down for both enemies and allies.
I usually round an advantage of the players just so that way it's
I just
nicer
always
encounters.
I just always round down, period, for everyone. Just makes it easy.
Okay. So, any other actions or yours?
That's all I got.
Okay, so following Dominus, that puts it at one of the unknown. Which is the
There's
one with-
unknown.
But you don't know who they are.
I mean, I
Well, I know
kinda-
they're a normal type.
I kind of know who they are.
They're
Sure.
fighting type.
They're bitches.
No.
Is what they
They're
are.
gun type.
They're bitches.
Oh, that's a steel type.
They're gun.
Okay. So yeah, it's her on the roof. So
Uh-huh. She leaps off the building. As she does it, the cloak goes outward. And then she shimmers. You don't see her anymore.
and no. That's Doctor Strange. That's who she is.
More like Dr. Fate.
Doctor Strange.
She does have to hold the cloak out if that makes you feel better.
Okay, so that's Batman.
Does that make it easier?
Yeah.
But then, yeah, she shimmers.
Fun.
I see 2 white cloaked people
Oh,
in the
I-
hospital.
You see, sorry, you see the hood go up, then the cloak.
Okay.
I have to do that in order. It doesn't make sense.
Alright.
Otherwise, I'm not explaining mechanics. That's her turn, making it. Adrit is up, followed by Gwen.
Alright, so the one that we've been dealing with, how far is it away now?
You guys are all in close range. You're maybe, unless you move.
Well, no,
a
you
large
said
distance.
He
you said
moved over
she
like
moved
Gwen.
closer to the building.
Yeah, but I'm saying unless she moved a full distance or anything, she's within a single movement for any of you.
Well, like, is she... So
30
yeah,
feet,
okay.
basically.
So
She's
I'll-
within 30 foot no matter what.
I'll pop out from behind the corner, and I will shout, "Rot from within!" And I need another wisdom saving throw. DC 13.
Is that in lizard folk or common?
Most of the things I say are in common.
Okay.
19.
Okay. And then as my bonus action,
I'm not even going to look at the bonuses. It's 19 on die.
yeah,
Yeah, no need.
my bonus action, Adric just kind of goes, and I summon a spiritual weapon next to her, and I'm gonna have her attack. Okay.
Now I have to look something up.
Ooh, that's not going to hit at all. Fuck. Da-da. That's a 9 to hit with a spiritual weapon. That won't hit.
If you're looking it up, spiritual weapon, you do automatically get to attack when you bring it.
Yeah.
No, I know you do.
Oh, okay. Just saying, if that's what you're looking up, that's the answer.
I'm just seeing something else.
Okay, see.
She takes maximum damage from spiritual.
Yes.
weapon.
So the spiritual
3
weapon.
Oh,
She
no, I'm
dies.
seeing if it can take damage because I can't remember if it's actually a construct or not. It's
No.
not.
The spectral sword, gray sword appears and just misses completely. And then I get back behind cover.
It swings, but it goes through her body and remanifests.
Ah, interesting. But then, yeah, I go back behind cover. I don't like guns.
We're going to say the spirits that make up the spiritual weapon weren't all in cohesion to make that strike.
It's like, oh shit, we're a sword now?
Right?
That was just a lemur.
You need to take one of these bitches
Life
down.
is painful.
All right, so that makes it Gwen. Followed by
I've already got a
Gwen,
nice
makes it
one.
Richard.
Oh, no, not like this.
Trying to keep myself on track.
I don't know what this cloak is.
It's good.
I'm going to manifest a big bell over her head.
Yo!
I'm gonna attempt to ding the shit. Ding ding.
What?
Toll the dead.
The dinner bell is ringing.
Heatedly. Wisdom save, wisdom save, wisdom save.
If she could do a wisdom save, please, and if she could miss, that'd be great.
It's 18 without the bonus.
Ah,
Sorry, I
jeez.
said it would be great. I didn't say it'd be necessary. That was my bad.
Apparently I can make saves, I just can't make the rest of what they do.
You
Except-
see that?
Except
You
doing
dealt like
36
32 fire damage to me.
Well, okay, there's exception.
There's exception.
How's the fountain look? The fountain itself is fine. The only weird misty shit was them, correct?
I mean, it lost some water briefly when Adric got shot in the face, but it's fine otherwise. There was a lot of fire there for a moment.
All right.
Enough to cause a passion.
I'm gonna continue to hide behind this.
I tanked a gunshot in the face. I'm happy.
Half your jaw's hanging off.
You know what that is? That's lizard armor.
Yeah.
Them scales ain't playing.
Yeah,
All right.
that's all I got.
That's all you got? All right,
Yeah.
then that makes it Richard, followed by Unknown.
So I'm at the front of the house. The lights got turned off, but the
Yep.
lights were on, correct?
Correct.
This was a house.
Sorry, it's a commercial building. It's like a store.
Why was the lights on?
Some of them have electricity.
Some buildings are open at night, Josh.
Or they leave the lights on for security reasons, so that way it's visible when somebody tries to steal something.
I'm trying to justify whether or not breaking in to see if anyone's there to help.
Oh, that's up to you, but right
Yes.
now the building is broke into one way or the other
Yeah,
with a shot.
I think you could justify.
It's got holes.
Well, no, because if it's a commercial building that's not normally open at night, I would have no reason to believe anyone's in there. They just left the lights on.
Mhm.
If it's a house, that's a different story.
Yeah.
We don't have any morals. What do you think?
Some of the buildings are lived in, so I'm gonna do this. That one is not a home.
You hear no screaming.
No, you can just tell by the way it's built.
Okay, so
It wasn't above the 50%.
she didn't jump off this way. She jumped off the other way.
She jumped off on the side down.
I wouldn't have seen that, correct?
You would have seen her there, no, not.
Educated, yes.
Would I be able to, figure out where she went? Pretty much just perception. Just see, like, she went this way or she went that way. Because I didn't see her jump. She just kind of vanished like Batman. So she could have gone any which way.
Fair. Go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage because she's no longer visible.
Perfect.
We're doing great.
We're doing Christmas. Red and green. Told you we're doing
Christmas
Christmas.
has failed you.
10.
You can make inference that she could not have come off the front or sides.
Well, she didn't come off the way towards you.
Fair. Back towards the back.
Is that to where I'm at?
You're in the back.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay. So the rest of your movement actions otherwise. Okay. So following Richard then makes its roll. On your turn, remind me that I need to tell you something.
Okay.
Followed by Ato, who is now coordinating watchers that are coming on their way. Puts about top of the round. I need you to make a medicine check.
I can do those.
Lucretia bled out because you were bouncing around your shoulder running.
6.
Okay, go back to your turn.
She's fine.
You don't really think to scrutinize it that hard. She seems as the same condition.
Okay. I continue to book it.
Fair enough. As you're coming up to the next intersection, there is a diagonal and a left.
Well, I know not to go left, so I'll take the diagonal, which I can only assume is like kind of veering right.
Well, yeah, so you'd be running up. There's a and then a hard left.
I'll do the diagonal right.
Okay. As you start to run down that, you immediately approach a cross street. So you're like this, and there's one like this. It's only 30 feet away, so you're still in your movement.
Okay, and then it's just continue forward, or it like.
Or veer off, sort of left, sort of right.
All right, I was told to go right. I already did, so I'll continue forward.
Okay. Any other actions? Or that's everything. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, knocking on wood, come on.
That's really all I can do.
Okay, that's fine. That makes it Dominus, followed by an unknown.
Okay. Alright. It's time for this. Bonus action. All of a sudden, sprout wings out of my back. These are the back of the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And as she comes down, I kind of fly up 35 feet at an angle.
Okay.
And I'm shooting at where I believe she is.
For everyone's sake, what do these wings look like? I've not seen you use them.
I have used them once before. Remember
Oh,
when I
did
saved
you? Okay.
Lucretia coming out of her house?
Oh, you did. That was
Okay.
brief.
Also in the first session.
But yeah, well, no, that's when I.
That would have been
That was.
Valis' text.
it was the third.
third.
That's the only time I use them.
Okay. I used them at the college when you were fighting that one guy.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, maybe I did.
If you've already described them, I won't go crazy unless you want
No,
to.
it's all right. But basically, they look. Even if I've described them before, this is what they are canon now. But they
Rewrites.
Yeah,
They're cannons?
yeah, but they look. They are actually from me, not my armor. But they come out the back of the armor, and what they look like is it looks like the bones or ribs of them almost look like a silver steel in color, but then the feathers are kind of a white with flecks of gold in them, like a bright white with flecks of gold.
Okay.
And they flap and launch me into the air, upwards, kind of at an angle. I move 35 feet in total, but it's at an angle, so I'm not 35 feet off the ground. And he launches once again his, actually, depending on where she's coming down, as she's coming down, can I try to cross it where I get within 10 feet of her?
Intelligence. You're doing calculation on the fly.
Mhm.
2 billion calculations at once, and they're all wrong.
19.
Oh,
And
So
they're
you get
all
pretty
right.
close.
Okay. So, as I do that, I fly up, issuing forth from the top of my wrist in my armor. As I go past where she is, poison sprays out. Constitution save DC 14.
He's not worrying about a line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Smart. Okay. What's the damage?
12.
oh
Full
snap!
max damage.
Nice.
Okay then.
Choke
What was
on
this?
this.
Guess so.
No, spells normally don't
Oh,
have
I'm sorry, I
pluses.
forgot he said it was a
Yeah, it's a
spell.
cantrip.
I just assumed he big guy he hit.
Yeah.
You did pretty good. Okay. You can hear it
Good.
as it's going past you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That makes it unless you've got any others.
That's all I got.
Makes it the unknown, which is down by
Oh, actually, that was her. She's after me.
where she is. My bad.
Yeah, probably.
Make a dexterity save for me.
Ooh.
Is poison gas flammable?
Ooh, that's not good. 8.
Save against your own spell, please. As a wind right back at you.
No, failed it.
Okay, you'll take half your own damage. Because its poison's already dissipating from the spell.
Okay.
And you don't know where she's at.
So even with my wings flapping, blowing back at it, that still comes back at me?
Your spell gust doesn't care.
Okay.
Cloud attacks.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, okay. So then that's her turn as far as you know. And Adrit.
Hello. So Adrit turns to Gwen, places a hand on her shoulder, and says, "Professor, I do not think we are doing well."
Yeah, I agree. That is a solid conclusion.
You have my back.
Yeah.
Good enough. Adrit goes out from behind cover and just does a quick solemn prayer to himself. And once again, I'm
This work.
casting Guiding Bolt at the individual. Of course, at disadvantage, but we have faith. Our faith was not well founded. That's a 10 to hit.
Okay.
Fuck.
No, your faith hasn't been reformed.
So just meow. Doesn't hit. And then I'm gonna also attack bonus action with the spiritual weapon. Also at disadvantage. But our faith must be well founded.
Oh, because you're
Fuck me.
exhausted. I was like, why is
No.
No,
That's
exhaustion
only on
one
skill
doesn't-
checks, but I can't see shit.
Oh.
So that's gonna be an 8 to hit, which doesn't hit. And then I get behind cover again.
Wait, the spiritual weapon.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, it would have been a dirty 20. No, wait, that's a 9. That would have been a 24. But, like, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, because the building went out. The light went down.
Lasts for duration. You make a melee spell attack against a creature.
So, yeah.
So, yeah, it's,
Because you guys don't have low light.
yeah. I don't have any kind of dark vision.
so it would still be a disadvantage. That's accurate.
So
Everyone's
I'm
like,
in-
wait a minute, there's light. Oh, no, there's not. Shot the building that was right there.
Yay! Alright, and I get back behind cover and I just look towards Gwen and I say, my magic is failing me.
Yeah.
So is my eyesight.
Yeah.
You have got this.
Making it Gwen's turn. Followed by Richard.
So I can't see shit.
You can see
Am I at
Shadowy
disadvantage
figures.
for things?
if it's range for certain.
Okay. We said I can just change my eyes though.
As an action, sure.
Cool. I'm gonna night vision up in here.
Everything goes monochromatic, but you can at least see.
Night vision. And
Never know when
then
that monochrome.
I'm going
monochrome.
to. Are you strong? You look strong.
I'm not weak.
I'm gonna
You're
climb on
making a
his
lot of
back.
assumptions.
Yeah. You
Like
could,
we're gonna piggyback.
you
it.
could fit on my back.
Okay.
Or
As
piggyback.
long as he doesn't care. I don't care.
Find out.
I mean, he could theoretically run on all fours if he chooses.
I got his
Anytime.
back.
Yes, I could.
I
You're gonna
piggy
mount.
back.
I mean, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying that would be really big penalties on poor
It's
accurate.
fine. It's fine. What's gonna happen?
That's when he wants to be a halfling.
I'm your eyes.
Oh. That is a smart idea.
The two goblins
so.
in a trench coat theory.
The massive two goblins in a trench
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, so then that makes it Richard.
Perception to figure out where she is.
Go for it. To disadvantage, but yeah.
That's fine. No, it's not.
I think it's less fine.
I know.
9.
You see Dominus.
Any idea?
I point in the general vicinity.
It's in a glide slope, so.
Fireball.
Sleep as close or as far away from him as I can get
That's fine.
within the area of what he's pointing.
That's also
Oh,
fine.
is sleeping area open?
It is.
Yes.
Ah.
Oh yeah, 20 foot.
Yeah, it's very
Haven't
big
you
too.
watched me play
it's a
Baldur's
20-foot
Gate
square.
3?
20 foot square.
No,
I think you're right.
apparently.
It's probably one of the most effective spells in that
I
game early
didn't-
on.
Dude,
I don't
Oh, yeah.
disagree.
High more than
I
should
thought
be.
it was a targeted one. I
Upcasting
didn't
sleep.
realize it was
you can kick some ass with it.
I was unaware. Ooh, those are better numbers.
Alright, so we got 5, we have 12,
This may come into play.
we have 18.
I forgot about it because this may come into play right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did activate my Celestial Revelation. She actually also takes, what is it, proficiency bonus is +2, so she takes 2 extra points of damage, radiant damage, because I damaged her with a spell or attack, and so she gets that 2 extra points of radiant damage. So that might come into play.
26.
With
Wow,
Donna.
nice.
How was that
damn.
coming?
That was a really good roll, though.
It was.
That was, I got
It's a great move. It's just not enough.
Does she yawn
We're doing
harder?
great.
We are.
You don't hear anything this time.
Knees weak, arms
Yeah,
weak.
you're
weak or
way
something?
far away.
There's no mom involved, so no
God
spaghetti.
damn it.
Damn, I wanted spaghetti.
Alrighty. Anything else from Richard?
That's it. That's
Now
all I
I'm
got.
hungry for spaghetti.
Yeah,
And
move
Moses.
and spell.
And Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
I have.
Something happens. No idea what it is. Lucretia,
Good God, please make that save.
Ato, you guys can clearly hear the distant sound of the bikes
Mm-hmm.
that is rapidly approaching.
Thankfully.
That makes it top of the round. Lamel, if you're running down the street, there are 2 rights. One is a side street, one's a main thoroughfare.
God, motherfucker.
You don't know which one to pick, but they're right next to each other. There's only buildings separating them.
Is there any people
Or you
around?
can go straight.
All right, hold on. Repeat that.
You're going to go in at a diagonal, right?
Yeah.
There are 2 separate rights.
Yeah.
One is
there's
a side street, one is a main thoroughfare. If you continue straight, you'll leave the commercial area and actually start entering guild residential.
Is there anybody around?
Make a history check for me at this point.
16.
I think you go straight.
You know to take the side street.
I'm wrong.
I full sends down the side street.
Okay, so Lamel at this point is one declared fair escape by every stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
And
he's out.
has declared, I'm at the fucking hospital, so he's technically out of the combat for now.
Okay.
So we're going to remove you from initiative for simplicity's sake.
Did I save Lucretia?
You don't know. That's going to be important, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
This is those episodes where you don't know what happened as they rush them into the ER and they tell you.
Then we cut to commercial break.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's going to happen.
Which is going to happen shortly.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yes.
So, Dominus,
Mhm.
I believe.
Do I still have an idea where she is?
Did I not have the one that's down below go? I didn't.
You had her do something to make my poison come back.
The one
at me.
after
Her.
Richard.
The one after Richard.
You didn't
Oh,
have
no,
her
you
go,
didn't.
Okay, that one starts running down the side street and then shimmers.
Oh.
That's what I meant to do.
Okay.
So now Dominus.
Wait, so the
Okay.
same side street he was on, or different?
When you no, he's the
He's with, yeah,
way.
no, I got that. I'm
The
just
one the
making
three of you guys came
Okay.
from the restaurant. She starts running up it
Okay.
and shimmers.
Okay.
You see this
almost a
happen.
kilometer away. And
Do I still have an idea where the one that's near me is at approximately?
Not for certain.
But I have an idea of the general square where she may be.
Roughly.
Okay, so
It's pretty rough.
Show me on the
That
grid
means an
map
attack
where
at
she touched you.
disadvantage.
True.
So I go for Iron Man Lightning Launcher.
Go for it.
Nope, natural one.
So, while everybody is going through their things, you just see her crack, crack, crack. It's just attacking different parts of the street.
And then bonus action, I think she's right about there. Telekinetic shove. DC 14 strength save.
trash cans.
And he blows a planter away.
Not the planter.
Planter failed to save.
And that's all I can really do. I'm just kind of hovering there.
It's fine. Alright. Brain just went. Okay, Adric.
So
That's her turn though, too.
I know. I'm not
Oh,
right
okay.
there.
It's fine.
So
I'm
our-
fine with her not getting it.
our quarry just fucking dipped, and I don't have good confidence that I'll be able to catch up with
I
it.
told you I am your eyes. Let's go.
I cannot see through your senses.
I am your. No, that doesn't work that way.
Are we pursuing?
You're ways
Yeah.
away from us.
Not yours.
They're going after the other one.
Oh, okay.
Are we
In
pursuing?
theory.
Yeah.
I am very hurt.
Everything's fine.
Sucks.
No.
Don't get hurt again. Let's go.
You owe me more information.
I don't have more.
There were words that
I
started to
can
leak.
give you nothing.
That was like a helium balloon letting out.
I'm gonna fucking cast Cure Wounds on myself
Good call.
because I need health so badly. I get 8 hit points back.
That was
So-
over the course of 4 rounds or 5 rounds?
5 total.
But if we could move,
So
that
I
would
did
make
the
my life
quick
more convenient.
math. And
Yeah, and then
I travel about 20 and a half kilometers a second. Or not kilometers, meters a second, according to my movement speed. It's fucking ridiculous.
You're probably running as faster
You
than
go-
people do.
Oh, yeah, he's...
But not by a lot.
Are you
I've
kidding
done
me?
conversions.
You kidding me?
That's like Mach 2.
You do...
It's not
No, it is not, but you do...
anywhere near.
But like a 4-6-40, that's 40-yard dash.
Well, the easiest way to figure out how fast
Well, just put it this way.
you're going is do your
Yards
math
are close enough
times
to...
it by 10.
I know, but yards are
That's
close
one
enough to meters. Yards are close enough to meters, and a 4-6-40 is pretty freaking fast. That's 4.6 seconds to go 40 yards. He's going about half that distance in 1 second. So he's going like 4 to 5 times as fast as a normal fucking human that runs a pretty good 40.
Probably clipping.
So,
20 plus.
anyways, as you're moving, or...
yeah, I was wanting to get to that.
That's just crazy.
So
I'm as fast as land vehicles.
Yeah.
I start to move in the direction of where the person went. I already used my action to Cure Wounds, so I'm not dashing. So I'm just kind of slowly making my way there. And
Making my way.
my spiritual
downtown.
weapon
Yeah.
cannot catch up because it can only move 20 feet around as a bonus action. So just venting a little bit of his frustration, he just attacks a planter with it and then dispels it as he's making his way through the side street.
So no
What's a little bit of
one's
vandalism between friends?
Nope.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
They did it.
Following Adrit,
Can I see either one of the bitches?
perception disadvantage,
But I have nighttime.
and they shimmer.
But I have nighttime.
You wasted your action.
I believe in you.
They
It's not like my
shimmer.
action would have fucking
Like
made
they're
it
invisible.
anyway.
Kinda.
8.
Nope.
No.
Cool.
You do have dark vision.
Yeah.
So you see a blur in the distance.
Cool. I shoot that blur in the distance.
With what?
Eldritch Blast.
Ooh, scary.
Yeah.
My patron's pissed at you.
17.
Roll damage.
Ooh.
Now, did I hit a good guy or a bad guy? Good question. That's a not
You
a
hit
10.
Bill.
That's a 10.
Damn it, Bill. Or Derek.
Eh.
It's not.
4 force damage.
Hooray.
Did I hear an ouch?
Too far up to hear it.
Cool.
Did we hear an ouch?
Way too far away.
It's
Not ours.
It's the other one.
Okay.
I will climb off of Adrit.
Aw.
You were curing yourself.
Mobile fortress.
And then
I mean, you
I
can't
will,
dash where they're on you anyway.
Oh, okay.
I will go about 30 feet forward
Okay.
Yes, we'll put
after I cast
the
my
squishy
spell.
professor in the front.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good idea.
When is it ever?
Sometimes inaction is
Richard.
worse than action.
Perception. Feel
Go
like
for it. Are you looking for the one that was over by Dominus?
At this point, either one of them, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, the one that was by us. That's going to be. I think it was a +4, so 15. Yeah, 15. Didn't think so.
Fuck.
They're gone.
Probably.
They're at the hospital.
Sorry, gotta finish this up. Goodbye.
So that makes it unknown. Don't know what happens.
Mhm.
Lucretia is now being taken in by doctors and medical staff. They are rather thin at night, but that's okay.
Let's not comment on their weight.
Ooh,
Anyway,
body shaming? I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Canceled.
I'm the one being canceled.
No. I disagree with that. But all right. Ado makes some calls. You hear the bikes come in. The adversaries, if you will, have called fair escape at this point.
Okay. So we're out of initiative.
Correct.
I will say before the cops show up, I don't want to look like me.
Okay. Does Adrit see you shift?
Are you gonna pay attention to me?
It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I'm just narrowing down who knows you can do it and who's
Okay.
actively seeing you do
And
it.
1.5.
1.5.
And he's drunk.
Dominus is smart enough to know we're still wanted. So he flies up on top of a roof.
I will say,
Tries to stay out of sight.
child-sized gnome.
So a normal gnome.
Immediately
Yeah.
go to the gold action every time. I can't help it. Immediately a bag just appears. You're either blue or red. You've got potions. How it goes. This is where gnome tossing came from.
It's fine.
I want my health potion. Give it to me. It's horribly bad. But nonetheless. Anyway,
Oh,
what
bro!
did you
Free
three do?
chat with girls.
Whoa.
I guess I go
I guess
meet
you
up
two.
with Ato.
Get the fuck
Okay.
out of here,
We need
bro.
to moderate chat real quick.
What's going on?
You want
yeah.
free virtual girls in our city?
No.
We can chat to them.
Pretty sure free girls is a form of human trafficking. So I disagree with that.
Well, they're
No, it's
virtual
only-
girls,
it's only-
therefore they have no
It's
rights.
only free It's only trafficking
I don't like
if you pay
traffic,
for
and
them.
I don't like
All right,
humans, so let's
moderate
know.
it.
Awesome. Thank you. What does Adric do?
Mm-hmm.
You have a gnomish, not exactly a child. You have a Richard that is no longer around.
Do I need to make some kind of? No, he's not that stupid. You know, he's smart on paper.
But you are drunk.
And you do see her change.
Okay.
But you are drunk.
It would be funny, but
I'd say adrenaline's starting to kick that out a bit.
yeah.
I don't disagree. I'm just
He did
saying
get
I
shot
have
in the
hopes
face. That's a
and
pretty sobering
dreams.
experience.
Professor, I would no longer like to go down this path. Human firearms scare me.
That's the shit.
grabs hand, yanks down the other way, back into the main plaza.
Do the four of you regroup? Or were you heading towards where Lamel's at, or
I was heading towards Ato.
I have no
are
idea
you going
where
up to Ado? Okay.
I have no idea where Lamel went.
I
Yeah,
will
they have
say,
no idea where I am.
I'm gonna regroup back at the.
Safe house?
Yeah, because
Same
I
house.
I
Same
don't
house.
I don't know not to go there.
What do you do when you approach Ado?
Just gonna follow her.
Hey, you okay?
I'm sore, but right now the job's more important.
Look a little roughed up. Your guys can take care of it.
When they're here,
Oh, they're not here yet? I thought we heard them. Like,
they're approaching in full, but they're not like controlling the
Not here,
area.
yeah.
Nothing.
okay, we'll wait with Ato then.
Okay. After about 20 minutes or so, he fills in everybody what's going on. Multiple watchers comment on his "You sure you're okay, sir?" kind of thing. One
you.
even lends the bike so that way he can go get checked up, and he declines it because they're going to need it. And you want that drink,
Let's go.
so you find out where Ato's house is. And at that point, we are going to go ahead and take a brief break.
Yay!
So, we'll be back in just a moment. What the hell is going on?
All right, and before we switch, just to let you guys know, we appreciate you guys watching, and we appreciate the support. If you would like to say what you really, really like about us, or what you absolutely hate about us, and you would like to do that by supporting the channel, we would love your super chats or super stickers or anything like that to help support the channel. And in return, when we come back from break, any super chats that we get, we will read out in a funny voice. So,
All right.
Hoorah!
We'll be right back. And we are back. Welcome back to
Hello.
Magnus Aevum, Episode 7, where our group has just encountered unknown adversaries that were briefly met by Gwen and Richard in a bar, not so friendly about it.
Definitely not.
Unfortunately, in the exchange, well, at the opening of the exchange, Lucretia took an unknown, damaging attack. Lamel's quick thinking and fast feet have ran her to medical assistance, but the overall situation of it is currently unknown. As the evening progresses, Richard finds himself drinking a bit with Ato, as Ato is slowly working his way into nursing a nice good sleep to lick his wounds from a savage beating earlier in the evening as well. As that evening crawls on, a few others make their way slowly back to the safe house. Supplied by Gwen. Realizing that the situation is getting more and more dangerous, evening passes on. Everybody gets a long rest. Does Lamel wait at the hospital for news, or does he leave?
Does that mean the exhaustion goes away?
He is
I
not
believe
leaving
If
the
you sleep,
hospital.
One level,
a
yeah.
point of exhaustion goes away.
He's not leaving the hospital.
Didn't think so. The next morning, news having traveled a little bit, ends up having Alden arriving at the hospital, handing you a cup of something strong, but it's not alcohol. I'll take a watch, son. I was gonna do the gravelly voice, but in my head back, get sleep.
Fine. I'll be back in a few hours.
Here, say next morning. I assume you find your way back.
Yep.
As Angel goes and makes a doctor's appointment to get some stuff checked out, but otherwise, yeah. Each of you having had some time to lick your proverbial and literal wounds, rest, recover a bit. Adrid seems to have a bit of a scar along his maw.
Oh well.
Don't know if it's permanent yet, but time will tell that one.
Yeah.
How much do you let the day crawl on? Lamel, do you go back to your own place, or do you go back to the safe house?
Whichever is closer.
Probably your own place, to be honest.
Then I take my minimum amount of rest. Head right back to the hospital.
So, what about the rest of you?
I don't know where this hospital is. So
The hospital that he went to is would be on the west end. It is not the bigger. It's not the bigger of the two facilities, but it is more than adequate.
I will spend the 10 minutes and send Birdie to the hospital.
Your bird came back.
So it has to basically resummon it.
Yeah, that's why it's 10 minutes.
And it's the next day, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Would any of you like to inform me what happened last night? My memory is foggy.
Well, Lamel and I were helping you back to the safe house. On our way, we crossed paths with our other companions, Gwen and Richard, who were escorting Lucretia and some other gentleman.
Atto.
I have no idea who this one is.
No, I know. I'm just telling you his name.
Okay. Well, they were escorting them. And when we went to go and talk to Gwen, we noticed something over by the fountain that Gwen pointed out. What I saw reminds me of some gear that is basically giving out to elite units for infiltration. Kind of a cloaking device of sorts, as a cloak, if you would.
Say that. A cloaking cloak.
A cloaking cloak.
Very
But for stealth missions and infiltration, assassination, those kinds of things. After the gunshot, which occurred and knocked down Lucretia, I assumed that these were the perpetrators. Took a shot at... Of course I hit. No, I'm just joking. I missed. But did manage to disrupt a second individual also wearing the same kind of gear. From taking a shot at the man that Richard and Gwen seemed to be escorting with Lucretia. Lamel managed to pick up Lucretia and took off quite quickly, which I wish he would have stuck around, and so at least I could have made sure Lucretia wasn't bleeding out. But I have no idea what is happening there. But you managed to take quite a shot to the face from what Gwen says.
That much I do remember.
Yes,
I feel it.
it looks a bit raw still.
And if that nearly took me out, then I cannot imagine Lucretia is doing well. We should go and visit.
I agree.
I will say, I'm sure you guys have already figured it out, but we are wanted.
Which is why we didn't
the-
stick around.
No, I know, but the two who were chasing us were with, correct me if I'm wrong, it was either War or Law. You corrected yourself, so I don't know which one it actually was that they were with.
They're at war.
Okay. So they were with the Ministry of War. We are
That was the
wanted,
correction.
so maybe showing our faces in town isn't the best of ideas.
I agree.
I had War written down, but I wasn't sure if mine was right.
That was industry.
So you know who those individuals are? Are you there?
Yes
you're there too,
and
Richard?
no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm there too now. I assume.
We have met
Yeah,
them.
I'm guessing he came back in the morning.
Everybody but Lamel.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
We met them briefly.
Hmm.
They told me to fuck off.
Yeah, it wasn't a very nice conversation.
These do not sound like very kind people.
I offered them
No.
drinks and they didn't even
Mhm.
indulge.
They shot me in the face.
One
Same
of these
damage.
is Clearly.
Physical hurt, emotional hurt.
You can see my scars.
17.
They're on the inside.
If you want the mark 30.
No, it's alright.
I just couldn't help but thinking of Papa Roach lyrics when that happened.
Wait, so showing our faces in town might not be the best idea, and going to the hospital is
Well, we
doing
do know
just that.
I have a wanted poster. They didn't show anyone else's.
It's a fair assumption.
I agree with Gwen. It-
Minimum, he is for sure wanted. Lucretia's obviously still wanted. Any of us hanging around together, you can put two and two together.
Yes.
So
I
she's
do.
alive.
I do have eyes working their way to the hospital.
Good. But our quarry did escape, unfortunately.
But we know what
They
they
were
look
quite
like.
tough.
I don't think we know what they look like.
No, we know what they look like.
You two do. Yes.
I would probably argue Dominus got a decent look at one of them.
Okay. Also, do any of you know the minor illusion spell?
Yeah.
Would you mind recreating an image as close of a facsimile?
Poof.
Of a fact of what of me?
An image of
Which one
the
do you
person
do?
you saw.
Ah, yes.
One and then the other. I'm
I
gonna
gotcha.
So we can try to
So
get,
one does one does the other.
No.
so we can get the faces. Okay. That's who they are, apparently. May not have names, but we at least have faces.
Taking a good look at them,
Oh.
outside of the slight difference in hair color and style, and some general physique differences, they could be twins.
Yeah, it's like you've seen one, you've seen the other.
I don't recognize either of them, do I?
No.
You're like, oh, that's the girl who shot Asher last night.
Nope. Adric. Oh, sorry. Alden's not here.
Why is he not here? He was here when
Aldrin.
we left him.
He went and relieved Lamel.
Oh, so
I
Lamel.
thought that was Addo.
No,
Ito.
Alden went and replaced Lamel at the hospital.
Okay,
So
I
Lamel is
misunderstood
so Lamel
because I was
is back.
unaware that he
No, Lamel
even.
went to his house.
Oh, okay.
How did he know?
Yeah,
he
he
was
went to
even
his
at
house
the
first, but now he's
hospital?
going back to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
It would be pretty obvious based on when you guys came crawling back.
Fair enough, but
and
like,
hours have passed.
still,
It's reasonable.
all right. How are my eyes in the sky doing? Are
Also,
we
it's not
the-
the first time he's tracked her
No,
down.
I know.
She still has the
Are
freaking
we?
thigh
Are we
crack.
hospital bound in the sky?
Yeah.
How? I'm gonna see if Brody can get any intel.
How do you know where she's at in it?
Looking through windows.
I'm just gonna look through windows randomly.
Absolutely, I have
Roll a
no other way to
percentile.
figure it out.
Let me know what you get. And I'm gonna roll the same thing. If you get the exact same number, I'll let you see her.
46.
I have a 20, so Bird doesn't find.
Cool. She's probably fine,
That's
guys.
statistically about right.
I don't know. She's not
It's not. It's close enough.
outside the hospital.
It's okay.
All right.
Professor, with the
Well, wouldn't
utmost respect,
you know where she is?
Yeah, but he
Lamel?
went to his house.
Oh, okay. So you went. Okay,
I-
yeah. We just show up at the hospital, or at least I do.
You just go to the hospital.
that is what I had planned on doing.
Let's go, Adric.
And we both head to the hospital.
I'm
Before we do, I say, would it be wise to travel through the sewers again?
have fun with that.
I'll meet you there.
I travel through
Absolutely
the sewers.
not.
Like a fucking sewer gator.
I have a swim speed.
Oh no.
Oh no, sewer water.
I'm gonna go kinda by myself, not looking like me, casually to the hospital.
And Dominus.
There is always the sewers.
Yes, I will be traversing the sewers. I am not taking the surface streets.
Yeah, I'm not doing the sewers again. That shit was gross.
Kind
However-
of smells down there.
Just in case, I will be needing that back, and I point to the little
That's the
item that I gave you, the mind sharpener.
chargy
Yeah, the
thing.
mind sharpener.
Alright.
And I give myself armor magical strength,
Understandable.
just in case.
There you go.
We're not going through last night again.
No.
It's like, I'm not getting caught with that down again.
Then I can actually grapple.
You don't need to do that. You don't need to give people bear hugs and shoot them in the chest with your chest.
Oof.
Yeah, I do.
You're here for the hospital. Your separate paths. On the way there, I need Richard and Dominus to do me a favor and make history checks.
Oh, jeez.
Have fun,
I actually need Gwen to do the same thing.
Advantage?
No.
Not in this particular case.
10.
16.
Also 16.
Okay. Different information, similar ideas though. Mulling over the events that have gone on between the two of you, you individually can figure out a couple of things that do matter from experience more than anything. In your particular case, Ominous, you recognize some of the tech as similar along the same, like I said, your classes, professions. But more importantly, they're not infusing an object in the sense of object, they're infusing common weapons.
Huh.
So they're infusing the rifle as a normal rifle, and they're attaching it to channel through it.
Okay.
You do work out most likely some of the things going on. Their cloak, for instance, though the humor of the tongue-in-cheek that is a cloaking device, they are not actually going invisible. Not truly. They are instead blurring themselves. And that distortion at night and in deep shadows makes it very hard to see somebody. The act of pulling the hood is a critical factor of it. It's kind of similar to magic items, how
It's like
Elven
activating it.
the Cloak of Elvenkind works the same way. Similar concepts. What you put together is that operators like this, first off, usually don't go after a civilian target like this, and they are used more in espionage and basically any form of counter insert here operations. They are typically spies, infiltrators, and occasionally they're assassins, but that's very rare. You've only ever known them and had a very, very short experience with one. And as you're starting to think about it, it looked a lot like the blonde. There's no way, because those women don't look too much older or too much younger than you. And this one had to be considerably older because you were younger then. Which makes you think about it for a moment, and it brings to mind something called Harbingers. It's a program that works under the Vicar of Arms. What little bit you do know from these operators is they're very, very good at finding key figures in the Resistance and eliminating them.
I didn't get that knowledge.
Yeah, when you were up in the north is when you witnessed a similar set event. In Gwen's case, you know of a different event that happened in the northeast when the trains were still being built. This is a flash memory, so you were actually there. It wasn't I kind of recall this thing. It's very much an experience like Richard's. But these individuals aren't born. None of them are, ever. They're made.
Explains why they look so similar.
They are also not people. They're not going to bleed. It doesn't matter what you do to them. And it's impossible to break into their minds because they don't have any biological sense of a mind.
Hence no mind sliver.
However, Crown of Madness worked.
It is not a mind effect, it is a charm enchantment, so it's slightly different. You can't invade their thoughts. You can't manipulate what they're thinking directly, but you can manipulate their actions. When you're charming them, you're taking over the program and you're not actually changing anything. If you try to change anything about it, though, it doesn't work on them. These were prototypes in your memory. You only knew of 3, but then again, that was a decade and a half ago.
I share my information with you guys, what I understand of it. Do you share yours as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't regrouped quite yet, right?
Yes and no. Yes, I don't tell you I was there, but I tell you I know about it. So
Okay,
yes.
and at this point, Dominus makes a little bit of an inference and says, if your spell effectively took over their programming, it is possible that we can do other things to affect their programming if we come across them in their future, where we might be able to disable it momentarily.
You could say the same thing for the paladins, too.
Technically, yes. However, I think that would be much more difficult.
Yeah.
That's some big boy talk, guys. I'm not here, but that's a big boy talk.
Starting to answer that question for Lamel, even though Lamel's not there to hear the answer.
I hear nothing.
Well, shall we go?
You two enjoy your sewer walk.
I will.
I am not walking with him,
That's fine.
and I do not look like
I'm gonna
myself.
take a stroll through everything. We'll say hi to a couple buddies. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
Richard has a similar ability as Lamel. Friend in everywhere.
I will say
Only
I
works out with the working
do
class.
attempt to kind of follow Richard, but far enough back to where it doesn't look like I'm following Richard.
You're saying if Richard gets attacked, you plan to get involved?
Possibly, yes.
Is it same true?
Probably not. He doesn't even know what I look like right now, so
Fair
no.
Okay, so you guys make it to the hospital without issues.
You look like the chick that shot at us.
It's probably early afternoon, and by this point, it's possible Lamel could be heading back as well. Unless you look for any sources. Or...
He says absolutely not.
No,
Keep the
I'm
party
just-
split.
Watching the room.
Okay, so you went back then? Yeah. Okay. Because it'd be about 6-ish hours, so your minimum you can get away with easily making it back. So, what do you tell the hospital staff when you walk in as individuals? He has no problem.
Hey, we're here to see Lucretia. She was admitted last night.
Relation.
Friend.
Visiting hours. There's a pass.
Thank you.
6 o'clock is the maximum time. No more than 4 hours per visitor. Only 3 visitors in the room at a time. Please adhere to any staff on the floor.
I got you.
Down the hall, you can either take the stairs or you can take the plate lift. 3rd floor, room 304.
All right. Off I go. Off. What?
You all get the same message in varying states, unless you say something weird.
I don't, because I don't go inside.
Okay.
I hang out outside.
No, I go inside.
Yeah, who's that cloaked footer? Who's that cloaked
I'm not
figure hanging out by the lampshade, just kind of watching the hospital?
I am a normal patron.
Of
This
the-
time she is not a big-titted blonde elf. She is a small-titted brunette elf.
What does
Don't make
Adric
bells.
tell the hospital staff when they say, relation?
Friend,
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
I need medical assistance.
Does look like you do. Hold on, let me call for you. And a couple of nurses
Called the
eventually
dark
come
side
over.
of the hospital.
They
when
end
they
up
deal
pulling
with
you into
guys.
the ER because that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And now Adric is being looked at.
Yay!
Where does Dominus go once Adric's pulled away to be looked at?
As he's being pulled away, I say, I'll let you know how she's doing. I'll come check on you in a bit.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
they take you into a room. They basically have a couple of plaques on the side. They're not like the arrows we're used to, but there's plaques on the side.
Okay.
They slide a couple of cards in there. One starts asking you questions. Name,
Adric.
family relation,
Alstral?
any sort of individuals that need to be contacted for emergency purposes.
No.
Address?
Not in Valamars.
So it's where?
I do not know how to answer this question.
Where do you live?
In the wilderness.
Any more specifics than that?
Third tree on the left.
Oftentimes, students of the High Plat Doctrina go to the base of the mountain to visit my people for knowledge.
Student aid profession. Got it. And nature of the injury, they take a look and make some notes. They treat you for burns. When they are essentially done treating you, the scarring will be almost non-existent.
Okay.
Unless you want a scar for fun. You don't need it.
I already have a couple.
Okay. It takes approximately an hour, but it's not too bad. At the end of the entire thing, and who are we billing?
Thank you, disembodied voice. The university.
That tracks. Any particular office or department?
Department of History.
Got it. All right.
I love being broke.
Yeah, we're a bunch of like homeless people.
Well,
We're almost murder hobos.
Aren't you in your house?
I don't have a house. I have a basement.
he has a
of the
room and a
Colosseum.
cot inside the Colosseum.
Oh,
The two of them are definitely more or less homeless.
that sucks.
It's
guys.
not, they're not truly homeless, they just don't have addresses really to give.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
For the three that arrive, and for Lamel's case, because he's been there, overnight, she was real touch and go. They took her into surgery, and it was in there for almost 8 hours. It was beyond nail-bitingly dangerous. Since you aren't kin, they didn't tell you a lot at first. When they finally gave her a room, there's not really an intensive care like that. There's just somebody that's constantly going in and out. Like every 15 minutes, somebody's coming and checking things. Or they have a rotation that comes in. And when I get more stable, it'll be every few hours. It wasn't until you came back, she was off that 15-minute lunch. Even when you left, it was still touchy if she was going to survive. When you finally get back, Alden does some very basic exchanges that let you know where things are standing. He tells you he's going to go get something to eat, and he'll be back. He's not really leaving either. She's going to be here for a month, minimum. And the injury in nature is so severe, she really can't move for a few days. So they've already more or less medically immobilized her with herbs and some fluids. Past that, she's alive. They still don't know if she'll ever walk.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, good thing that wasn't us.
Ice is gonna be pissed.
Hey, just explain it to her. We kept her alive.
Let me know when I get in that
That's
room.
the first
This is about when you guys. He knows this information.
Exactly.
You guys are
This is
arriving. You already
your
know.
fault.
And you pass on that information?
I want to see how he does it all.
Oh, hey, Dominus.
What's her status?
She's alive, in a sense.
In a sense, what does that mean?
Well, the bullet hit her in a position where she may never be able to walk again.
That's unfortunate.
She was in surgery for an incomprehensible amount of time. We're just lucky she's here.
I tried to flag down her doctor.
Sure.
I
Got a few.
talked to them and I said, has no magical healing been applied to her?
Lots.
And still she is in this condition.
Correct. It's more of a debilitation issue. Reviewing, he walks over to the local nurse station and flips through some things. It appears the damage is more permanent unless surgeries will correct it. She's not in a condition yet we can actually stabilize it. We've applied everything we could to keep her alive. Continued uses are going to tax her system. She's going to die just from trying to use more magic on her. At least for now.
Understood. That is why I asked, because I could apply some of my own, but I will not do so against doctor's advice.
At this point, we're going to continue to administer what we can. We're attempting all appropriate remedies. We do have somebody for crash reasons on standby for such requirements. And the Academy is sending over one of their practitioners to aid as a specialist.
Excellent. Excellent. Also, would have healing administered in a more timely manner to the injury have prevented such damage, such more long-term permanent damage?
If the foreign object had been excised on the site, potentially, but without precision, that would have caused further damage she already has.
Good to know.
The trauma, if you will, to the tissue may have been okay to recover on site, but it wouldn't have changed the question of paralysis, where it's still uncertain there. That's the level.
Vindicated.
I got justification.
Vindicated.
You got vindication.
I
will
wanted
sit
to
on my throne. Hoity-toity,
Yes,
I was right.
I wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity for vindication, or the
Or for
opportunity
you to
be-
roast my ass.
Exactly.
I know what's happening here.
One or the other was going to happen.
One of us has the moral high ground, and it seems it was I.
By circumstance.
Indeed.
Even so, I pull Lamel aside, and I say, for future reference, if such injuries that could bring someone close to death occur, I have the ability to stave off death. So please, while this time it did turn out in our favor, and she is alive, don't run away with people who are downed immediately, as we may be able to assist them on site.
In all due respect to Dominus, while I agree that taking care of the injured on site is important, we were in no situation to enable that.
I understand, and I agree. I'm not saying your decision was wrong. I'm just making you aware of the capabilities that I have, and I believe, well, he is not here. He is currently being tended to himself, but Adrit does as well.
I'll take that into consideration in my future decision making.
No problem. I am not saying you made a wrong decision.
Oh, I know I was right. There's no questioning
I
that.
fucking love it.
Sounds right.
I will just rely on you more often if I have the opportunity to present itself.
If it is necessary, it is available. That's all I am saying.
And I thank you for that.
I figure we all need to be a little bit more open about what we can do.
Speaking of being a little bit more open, I kind of think I accidentally drug Adrit into a gang war.
Yes, I
And by
did catch
extension,
that.
you.
I did catch that.
So, just watch your back.
Yes.
We get stabbed by.
Thank you for inadvertently making me part of your familia.
Well, it was that, or we all get killed in that room. So.
Fair enough. Again, you weren't wrong.
I'm aware of this. So, yeah, there may be blood oaths in the future. Just
There
let
may
you
be
know.
blood oaths.
There are benefits.
I am not saying no.
We do have good vision. Terrible dental.
Terrible. He kind of needs dental right now.
I would argue this is more of a health benefit at the moment.
All right, fair enough.
But, yeah, we don't have health insurance, so.
But I also look at Richard.
What's up?
You heard what I said. I think we do need to be more honest with each other. We all seem to be wrapped up in this, and inadvertently through actions, all now connected together, at least in the fact that we are all wanted individually and potentially as a group.
Hey, I've laid my cards on the table. I ain't got no card up my sleeve that you can't see.
Wait, we're wanted?
Insight check.
I'm not stopping it.
That is cocked on top of the dice. Not very good, but 12.
There's something I'm not telling you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, full of shit.
Yeah. I don't point it out.
More importantly, between this dig contest, we're wanted?
Yes, well, at least I am.
By who?
The,
Because that matters.
war or industry? It's war, correct?
War.
War is
Okay.
what the
War is-
agents were. That's not who wants you.
Because it was written by the...
Industry is the
It's
one
the law.
wrote the thing.
Oh, it's
Okay.
through industry? Oh, I don't give a shit.
The wanted is industry. The agents are serving in war.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the...
They're basically just the executors of the warrant, so to speak. Or of the bounty.
That seems to be nice.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not really wanted then, so it's fine. If I get a wanted poster from the Ministry of Law, then I will give a shit.
Fair enough.
They're kind of the same.
I know they hold hands, but law doesn't jerk off industry the way industry jerks off law.
I will say, are you guys just having this conversation out in the open in the fucking hospital?
Time.
2:44.
I figure we're in the room more than in the hallway.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just clarifying for
Yeah,
your
so
guys'
the-
awareness.
Jerk off law. It's written down.
the jerk off law wants us. It has a warrant out for our arrest, or a wanted poster for us at least.
Yeah, industry
It's the
wants us
same
arrested.
thing. Wanted posters and warrants are the same thing.
The point is, I think we are, at least for the time being, stuck together by circumstance. And our individual skills and abilities might be useful if we each knew what the others could do. In case we come across a situation as we did last night, being able to coordinate our efforts in a little bit more efficient manner.
Well,
I stay out of fights.
I think there's a more important thing to mention: assets, as we seem to be short on those at the moment.
True.
Short of your safe houses. Oh.
Yeah.
Short of hers.
Short of hers.
I'm literally not even in the
All right,
building.
sorry.
And Adret's in the
Well,
ER.
this doesn't change the sentence very much. Short of Gwen's safe houses, which I don't know where she's pulling these out of.
But
I got a safe house will sale.
As you have figured out, I
buy one, get one.
own a familia.
Whoa. Own.
Yes. I am the head of the familia, the continental familia. And by proxy, you're unofficially in it due to our actions with Adret.
Yes, I gathered as much, but I did not realize you were the head.
I'm willing to be at least that honest with you.
Fair enough. As far as assets go, I have what you see on me, including the meager amount of coin that I have. Less than 50 gold in total. Other than that, my only asset is knowledge.
That's an asset.
Not
But
a solid asset, but at least it is a help in some circumstances.
let's see, not including you, there are 9 other members of this familia. Other than that, my only other asset is my family name and my ability to fight and really piss people off.
I think we have all managed to do that last part quite recently.
Yeah, you haven't pissed me off.
At least not yet.
Richard, on the other hand,
Give it time.
I'm fucking with you, Richard. I love you.
Thanks, man.
In a very, very, very
You just give it the fucking heart.
platonic, friendly way.
Good, but
I just wanted to
don't
clarify.
swing that way.
I saw a little bit of a half wink, and I just wanted to clarify.
He totally wants to fuck you.
Probably.
Definitely.
Otherwise, I don't want to sit in this hospital room for a month, but quite frankly, we need to protect her because I think they could very easily finish off what they started.
I agree. However, there are things that we need to look into. And as far as assets are concerned, I actually do have another asset, come to think of it.
Oh.
You get what I mean by okay.
Yeah.
I have been offered a form of employment that could be very financially lucrative, as well as carry some influence that perhaps, if persuaded correctly, Priya may be able to ensure some guards for Lucretia's safety.
What of my sister do I trust in? Yeah, sure. She's at least honest, if nothing else.
Seriously?
And it may be...
You trust
He
your
says-
sister?
He says
Flashback
sister.
issues.
I'm loving that.
and you say sister,
PTSD.
He did.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Listen, she may be a absolute raging bitch, but she's at least one of the more honest tears I've met in my day.
And she
I
seems to be offering.
wholeheartedly trust him now.
And she seems to be offering coin
Called a
for
sister bitch. Solid.
what I can do when it comes to machinery.
So your tinkering can make you money.
Yes.
I thought you were just trying to show off this whole time. I didn't know it was actually a career choice from you.
Yes, it is.
Well, speaking of career choices, you know how you don't make the best decisions when you're with a woman?
Fair enough.
Well, I accidentally accepted an offer of employment without thinking about it from ISA, so
Oh, God.
I'm technically employed with the Ministry of War as well at the moment, who
Well, the best decisions are always with women.
almost executed our arrest. So I'm not sure about that.
So, what I'm hearing is, at this point, our best option, we need funds, we need other resources, and we need information.
How much in funds are we talking?
I'll have to work out the specifics with Priya. However, Lamel, if you will do me a favor.
Depends on the favor.
You mentioned she's your sister.
Do not expect any family.
No. I'm just
It's
saying,
an upcharge.
is it possible to make it clear to her that this is a business relationship with me only and there will be no personal connection beyond that?
So you don't mix business with pleasure. That's what I'm getting out of this.
That's what I heard.
He doesn't want
I have my own personal issues that need to be dealt with.
For my own safety, I'm going to tell you no. When Priya wants something, she either gets that something, or she beats the fuck out of anything who gets in that way, and I will not stand in the way of Priya. I know better. In the meantime, I can do some fights in the arena and raise some coin.
Yeah, how much coin are we talking?
I will have to talk to Priya about it.
Okay.
But we are...
Whenever Adric wants to come up from being worked on.
Okay, so I was waiting for that because I didn't want to butt in.
I was trying to find an appropriate point when it doesn't seem like it's a clash
Yeah.
still happening.
Oh, we're having good roleplay.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Join
that's-
in. Fuck this
So-
up, too.
Adrian kind of walks in and sees the whole situation and sees. I'm assuming you're still in Lucretia's room, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sees Lucretia and just kind of quickly does a prayer. And then just kind of looks around the room. What are we talking about?
Assets.
Assets.
Do you have any?
Seriously?
Elaborate.
Material things.
No money.
Land.
Any material thing, not necessarily currency,
Something of
that
value.
can, something of value that we can utilize to further our own agendas as a group.
I suppose my connection with the spirits. I would also like to think I am a dependable combatant.
How tangible are spirits?
They respond only to me, but I can influence them.
So not tangible. Got it.
It's not
If
fair.
I blast a hole through you, that is quite tangible.
His spirits seem to
No,
talk
I wouldn't be
very
able to reach that. So I'm going to define it for me as not tangible. Whatever you want to do, that's fine.
Okay.
But I can also blast a hole in something. But this is tangible.
Speaking of which, you mentioned the arena. I assume you'll be using those.
These? No, firearms are illegal in the arena.
Really?
It's a test of skill, not of whoever has the fanciest hunk of metal on their waist.
Interesting.
Do you go
What
in
other
butt
weapons do
naked?
you use?
I pull out from my back a trident. Wooden
Where the fuck
shaft.
are you hiding that?
He has had it.
I've had it the whole fucking
Yes.
time.
he used it earlier. He just hasn't used it since.
Yeah, I stabbed someone in the ankle with it. The pommel of it is made from solid brass,
Hmm.
and then the head of the trident is almost like what you think of with Aquaman's trident, where it has those forked ends on the sides, but the middle is just a straight arrowhead. And it is also in this brass color, but you can tell that it's not simply brass, just based on the metal structure.
Do you use a shield at all?
I would never hide behind a shield.
Or or any armor? Mr. Shirtless Man.
Raises his peck up right here.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything with that.
It's all
at this
natural.
current time to assist you, but
I mean, I may use a buckler if I'm wanting to really go all out, but I haven't had to in years.
Is divine magic permitted?
if you do,
Magic is
You'll be giving it to him.
Well, no, I won't.
magic is iffy.
Technically.
if you do, I could potentially assist
Not valid yet.
with that shield and make it slightly better.
I do have my pride here. That's a little bit more important than a shield, but what do you have in mind?
Just making it a little bit more defensive. Mechanically, enhanced defense +1 to AC if you use a shield or wearing armor. I can enhance either to give a +1 bonus.
I am wearing a cloak of protection. Would that work on that?
It's not armor, technically. No.
Okay.
I wish, but no, they intentionally remove armor bonuses from stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Do they make shields that I could still make unarmed strikes with? Like a buckler?
Theoretically, a buckler does free your hand. I did have to double check if your hand's actually free.
It's up. Yeah, it's up to the DM on that.
I mean, realistically, I think bucklers, since they're supposed to lash through the forearm,
and
there's no reason you wouldn't have a free hand provided nothing else is
And-
on the arm.
And honestly, as a monk, you have to think of it this way too. Unarmed strike does not mean fists.
Yeah, I
You
understand.
can kick. You
Yeah.
can headbutt. You can.
Again,
But a
nipple
free hand, I
thrust.
think, is a mechanical issue.
Yeah.
Again, pride.
But like I said, I could possibly do that if the goal is to ensure making money.
Sure, I can
Any advantage is welcome in that.
grab some random buckler from our weapon stash. Sure. You'll have to stop by the arena with me, but I don't think that's a problem.
I am ready for this then. I would like to speed this up.
Would you also like to fight then if you want to speed things up?
I require currency.
Very well then. I guess you should know this since you were the one who kind of got dragged into this. You're kind of a member of my familia now.
What?
What does this mean for me?
You know how we were talking about tangible things?
Yes.
Think of it as another intangible connection you have with me. You're a part of my chosen family, per se.
Does this mean I answer to you?
In ways, yes. In other ways, no. I respect your autonomy.
I miss my home.
Well, this makes you sort of have a home away from home, if you will.
If I can be of assistance.
I respect you as a companion and a combatant, but this is your fault.
Yeah, we did this to save your ass when you went drinking with a mob boss.
Ooh, what my boss?
I do not know. I did not see the issue with that.
No. The issue comes after the game.
Yes, because you lost the edges.
Yes.
You owed a debt. And I paid your debt.
Thank you.
Well, technically, Dominus did, but
Thank you.
it was my
Lamella as
declaration.
well.
Really, we're both to blame,
Yeah.
but you're more to blame because you started it.
I enjoy the sharing of blame while he's trying to share thanks.
We're just deflecting at the moment.
Yep.
If only I had known better.
Well, that's why another intangible connection of being in the familia is useful. You can rely on me for knowledge of the sort.
I believe they had more knowledge that I would have liked.
They do. They have lots of knowledge. It's not all knowledge you want to know, though.
You start hearing this whirring, clank, 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 whirring sound as Alden is putting metal plates in the windows.
Are you allowed to do that?
I don't care.
Good.
You want me to hold up the panel for you while you bolt it?
He's got like a little mechanical arm that he's been controlling with his other arm that's just holding it there.
If he can do it himself, sure.
I think we need to figure out our next actual move, though. And we should probably discuss with Gwen as well. She has her own assets that, in addition to safe houses, we probably should include.
She's not out there.
That's why I'm saying we need to talk to her, too.
Which I believe y'all should have known she was going, and she's still not here. It's at this point been about 2 hours.
She was attempting to come here, but she's not here.
Correct.
Well, then we better assume she's dead.
She's dead to us.
Cut our losses.
You're
guys.
dead!
Not there to carry her to the hospital? Well, you're fucked.
Yep.
She's probably waiting on
Like I said, tangible.
Mm-hmm.
In all reality, though, I would like to know where the hell she's gone. I know she can take care of herself, if nothing else.
Before the windows are completely covered over,
Mhm.
I look out for a fucking bird, a crow like she tends to use, to see if I see a crow that just happens to be paying attention to this room.
1 second, let's see if the bird finally figured it out.
Maybe. It's a 50-50.
Got above my numbers, so sure. Yeah, there you go. That's better sound.
Yeah, okay. I look at the bird.
It's got a note-like thing tied around its leg.
Grab it.
Boys.
I was...
You may have to repair that.
Fuck.
What? Share the good news.
Do we have any idea where this is?
You're given a kind of a map with the insert address, I'm sure.
Oh, okay. Insert address here.
It's
okay.
It's
about
hard
30
for me
minutes
to
out of
tell
town,
you.
out into the mountains.
Adriana's in trouble.
To the mountains. Seek
Gwen's on her way there. We need to meet her. Now.
How did she... Okay.
Sending was amazing. Or message.
No, sending.
Sending.
She could have picked one of us and just...
She
Yeah,
doesn't have
that's-
access to sending.
Ah, never mind that.
Well, to get there quickly, we need assets. Do we have a availability?
Time to make a phone call.
So like a
Oh wait, that's not a
or
thing.
anything?
To a what?
Or hold on, you know who may have connections to vehicles.
I can get this taxi real quick.
I suggest you do it.
Don't look at me, I got nothing. Well, I have lots of things, but I'm not telling you.
Alright, while they're still talking, I'm gonna go do 2 things.
I had to make it worse, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
I'm sure here's the only
Double
way to
check
look
that
at
you
it. So.
I already read it.
We're
Oh.
lucky
I
you
read
didn't
the
try to
note,
eat it.
but I want to double check that Gwen didn't enter the hospital.
How are you gonna do that?
So, the receptionist lady that we popped in, describe Gwen to her. Anyone walk in like that. Oh, sorry, minor illusion. Anyone walk in like this?
No.
Cool. Thank you. Bye-bye. Here's the pass back.
Okay.
And I go flag down a taxi real quick.
Horse comes up with a carriage behind it.
Perfect. I got 5 people I need to transport.
It's gonna be tight.
We'll be fine.
5.
2 copper each. Okay. What's the 5?
1, 2, 3, 4. And I assume, nope, Alduin's probably going to stay there.
Yeah, of course he's
I was
dead.
like, you
Figured.
can bring my bird if you want.
Well, no, because it was Adriana, so I figured.
Well, the bird will be the one
Bird.
leading you there anyway, so.
Yeah.
Bird is the 5th. It sits in there and it just
It's a whole little
every
cherry
once in a while
himself.
start turning left. It squawks really loud. Oh shit! Okay, right.
Oh, the bird will probably do the like lean, raise its wings a little.
He knows where he's
Its
going.
beak points the way.
Yeah, it's a fucking bird compass.
It's the bird R.
Yeah.
Bird R.
Alright, guys, I got us a ride.
All right, let's go.
As you start to get into the said ride, this is about the rough point. Priya's coming to the hospital,
Oh great.
and the horse starts to pull away, but you guys notice her.
Stop. I hop out real quick.
Found the fifth.
I was coming to see how she's doing. I caught word from the academy.
She'll live, but potentially she may never walk again.
Oh, that's fixable. Wait, how? Spine? Or is it hip?
As far as I know, spine.
Fixable. Oh, with some luck.
But naturally walk again, I should say.
That would be a different problem. I actually was coming to try to see how she's doing, but I'm actually glad I caught you. I do have something I want to go over with that proposal, but if you're in a hurry, she still looks at the horse and the thing and everything. It can wait.
Do it.
I need to deal with this. You'll have to go on without me.
Just remember, assets.
Exactly.
Assets.
Finances. Finances.
I wasn't talking about you, Bria. Jeez. I can't look at my sister like that. Looks away.
And before I go, I take the time as needed.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's technically not in the morning, if the DM will allow it.
You haven't done any of your preparations, so...
I will take the time and I will do the mind sharpener again and give it to Gwen.
To my bird?
No, well,
Gwen's
to,
not here.
Give it to
It's a
someone to
hold
give
on
to Gwen.
to it.
Yeah, it's a physical
Okay.
device.
Hold-
I
It's
was
a
making
physical
sure
device.
you're aware, Gwen.
Get that.
Shoves it down his throat, and it disappears.
And then I'll
You'll get it
say,
tomorrow.
if you need to get in touch with me, you know how to reach me.
Just don't do anything I would do.
I won't do anything anyone would do.
You would fuck your sister.
Oh my god.
Richard, I swear to God, I will put a bullet through your head.
Again, what?
His words, not mine.
I'm aware of what he said.
Then don't mind.
I slapped the horse on the one of the horses on the ass.
The poor driver's like, oh shit.
Dominus, stay safe.
As he yells out the back.
Sanitas is watching over you.
Bye, Dominus. I'll see you later.
Let me know what happens.
I won't.
Alright. So, that is where we're going to be ending the main game. We'll do any wrap-ups and otherwise, and then the stinger will be with you.
Alright.
And I will need everybody else to do that once we get to that point.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool?
Good.
Alrighty, so that is the end of episode
7.
Oof.
I was
Oh, we
gonna
got
say
there.
26.
Got
I
there.
was
We're
wrong.
lucky. Was this lucky? I don't know. This didn't feel too lucky.
She's
Anyway,
alive.
she is alive. 4
No.
are going off to see what is going on with the original mission. Adriana. 1 is left already ahead. And the 3 catch up, and plenty of them make it in time. Who knows? But that's where we're at for game-wise. Any final announcements anyone wants to give before we close out with our last little scene?
No, don't forget that 90% chance Saturday the 26th we'll be Out of Our Ascension episode 26. So please join us for that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on both our YouTube channel, Totally Online Gaming Group, and our Twitch channel, TOGG DM. Other than that, stick around for the stinger in just a moment. So think Marvel movies. You don't want to leave as soon as the credits start rolling because something's going to happen in just a moment. But other than that, I think we're good.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm being told I have to leave.
Yeah, so I will need the room with just Jason staying.
So I should bring the stream with me.
Yeah, you can bring whatever you want with.
Just gonna watch it
I'm
later.
just gonna
pack my dice.
listen.
I'll pack your dice.
Thank you.
We're going to give them a quick moment as they vacate briefly.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Guten Tag.
That one too.
Guten Dog.
Guten Tag.
No.
That was horrible.
Good.
Hold on. I got a roll percentile for that. That's for sure. It's not a 69, so I'm good.
No, okay. That would have been rough.
Yep.
So, as Dominus goes with Priya, you go back into the building. Lady re-administers a visitor pass, gives one to Priya as well. You guys head up. You get to Lucretia's room. Alden is now finally aware of Priya being present. There seems to be an understanding between the two of them for a moment, but it's more of a worker's recognition, not their secrets. And Priya takes moments to examine the condition Lucretia's in. She even actually lifts the chart as you walk in the door. Mm-hmm. And she's like looking through it. Sits down, nice and carefully brushes her long skirt under her. Mm-hmm. Sits down, cross-legged. Now, we have a business arrangement that required upfront payment.
Yes.
I have a preliminary on that. It's about your daughter.
I open it up and read it.
She's joined one of the academies.
Which one?
She's in the capital.
Shit.
Her name appears in the registry for military enlistment soon too, which is very unusual given her age. Nonetheless, I'm not too sure what the reasoning in that is, but it seems she will go through primary and then she will go into service before coming back for secondary, and if she wants to, any advanced learning. I can delay some of this with my connections, or I can have her stationed in a way that would keep her out of direct harm. Of course, there's no condition on your side to do that. But it does mean we're going to the capital.
Yes, indeed.
For your sake, and because I have business there that I'm going to need your assistance with. Alden, I assume you're capable of caring for Lucretia. According to the chart, from what I'm reading, though the doctors are probably not there yet, the surgery was successful enough to dislodge the metal. If you check the numbers on it, her metrics suggest she'll recover with 80% efficiency. She'll walk. I don't expect her to run, jump, and leap anymore, but she'll walk. To that end, I have some connections through the Ministry of Knowledge where we can get her assistance. Imagine the tech supports, if you will. Mm-hmm. She's going to have to be awake and agree to them. They're not pleasant, but it can happen. Is this protection of her important to you more than what we need to do?
My daughter is more important to me than anything.
That's going to make things simple. Let's go talk to my cousin. And I don't mean the one that just left. If he calls me sister one more time, I'm going to kill him myself.
So it is not actually fact.
We're raised together. It's not much of a difference to him or to the family. But nonetheless, no. He's from the main house. And she goes to leave, leaving the chart in Alden's hand. All right, so we're going to close out as Dominus and Priya are going to be making their way to the capital. They've got a long trek ahead of them. It is a week's travel with arranged travel Priya will be able to get. So they're going to be gone for some time, and you might get updates. You might not. I don't know yet. We're still working that out. But otherwise, we want to thank you very much for coming for episode 7 of Magnus Aevum. We will see you next Monday, and enjoy the evening.
Bye, everybody.